All right, greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Roll Hit Die presents Dungeons with Veterans, our weekly Sunday night campaign game. A little homebrew thing I've done to that tends to get thrown off rails from time to time due to the players. But as long as we're having fun, that's the name of the game. So before we get into any further introductions, I don't think I've even introduced myself yet, but we'll get that in a second. Roll20 is where you see our maps and our minis, so that our players as well as our viewers can watch it. Also, I'd like to put out a shout out that we're still doing the Extra Life campaign for the Children's Miracle Network, so check that link in the bottom below the screen to go give for the kids. And one more announcement that I need to get back to, which apparently is no longer on my screen. There we go. We have the GUI Kickstarter that we've been working on for last couple weeks now. Well, we're down to 2 hours left. We're down to 2 hours left. We've made $130,367. And I think we have only one more stretch goal to reach, which I don't know. But, it'd be cool.
Yeah, one more stretch goal.
It'd be cool to reach the 135 mark in the next 2 hours. So if anybody on here that's watching us wants to check that out, go check out GUI Cube, the Kickstarter. If you've not seen them yet, I don't know where you've been because they're all over the place now. Go check them out. Give the Kickstarter a try. At least, give a little something to help them get started, and in the process, you will get something in return. And as far as the stretch goal is concerned, it looks like a lot of something's in return. So check them out. Now, for the introductions, of course, everybody should know by now that I am Dan Latham, also known as Shadrick Dagar on most social media, and I am the Dungeon Master for this game. Now, starting below me, I believe the man who's hiding in the graveyard is...
Hello, I'm Marcus Scott, former Air Force. I am playing a prisoner who was taken here against his will by his teammates. So he's going to figure out a way to bug out and leave him
behind. And that's Brother May I.
Oh, yeah, Brother Man, sorry.
That's his name.
So the other warlock in the group.
I'm Fritz, a retired reservist, and I'm running Sergeant Rock, who's a World War II soldier who's trying to figure out how we wound up in this crap. He doesn't like being a PW.
After Sergeant Rock, we have Surge.
My name is Curtis Ross. I am playing Surge, the druid, who has just been hitting rocks while people have been doing other stuff. Not much he can do in an anti-magic zone with everything going on. So, we'll see what happens.
Well, following him is Corporal.
I'm Christy. I play Corporal Punishment, the Paladin Tiefling. And I was just trying to run away, y'all. I was not trying to be anything. I'm former Army Reserve and Navy.
Well, following Corporal is our newest, the newest character in the group.
Yeah. My name is Tara. I am playing Belfi. I am a halfling rogue who has been trying to pick up little things here and there and discern what we can do to actually try and get out of here.
Last but not least.
Hello. Just kidding. Hello, I'm Dux. And I'm playing Dux. Wait. I'm Todd. I'm playing Dux. I'm in the Army National Guard, former active duty Air Force, and we'll see if we can end our POW status today. And then there's a bunch of paperwork we have to file. Of course, we get our benefits, but
Yeah.
I'm going to let you all handle that paperwork.
Wait, Curtis, what were you in? Because everyone else was in the Air Force.
Well, no. That's why we've changed our name. I was Air Force, and I brought in other players who weren't, so it's why it's called now Dungeons with Veterans. Because not everybody on the screen was a veteran or could had the right or opportunity to serve the military.
Okay.
It's one of those things.
So I'm the only one here that was in the Army now.
Yes.
I'm in the Army right now.
He's in the Army
now.
now.
Oh, that's
I'm
right.
in the Army now.
There should be a little more sing-song with that.
No.
But yeah, so
No.
the
A little
program
less sing song, a little more hoorah.
the program did start as just a strictly veterans ran and played game, but due to loss of players, I was able to bring in some more role players from our other games, so we evolved a little.
Yes.
So with that, I mean, I
I'm
know
sorry. I thought he was a veteran.
Oh no,
he's
fine.
he's a veteran of putting up with my shit.
Yeah. No, if I went to talk to a recruiter, they're like, "So, what's your medical history?" And I've been like, "Oh yeah, no thanks, never mind. We can't have you."
So last week, I'm certain is easy to tell. Anybody in particular want to give us a little bit of a recap for last week?
Sure, we're still
Um,
in jail.
I could do it.
Well, last week you
Yeah.
actually started out in a drow prison of sorts.
Go ahead, Ducks.
Yeah, so the day began with all of us unconscious, smelling and reeking of urine and feces. When we awoke, we found ourselves in small confined rooms of shaped stone. And, well, shaped is definitely a relative term. A spell was used to shape the stone. Anyway, and we also found ourselves with random NPCs. I happened to be in the room with a kobold female. And then as the day progressed, we asked questions, and they told us about how miserable life was and how people died regularly. And then the cell door opened, and we were ushered out by a rather large drow, however you want to say it, elf with a whip. And he started taskmastering us, told us what we needed to do, how we needed to do it. Rock snapped to attention and said, "Yes, sir," and started getting to work, even though he actually, I think he rolled the best, and so his pickaxe skills were pretty amazing at the beginning. Overworked himself and fainted by the end of the day. Didn't get any food. I guess that shows you what you should be doing. Anyway, so we did work during the day. We also learned that we could still communicate telepathically, although anyone who had magical abilities, they were suppressed. And so we chatted and we conversed and we used our skills to understand our captors.
Got a little halfling trying to
Patterns?
sneak in there in the background. I see.
Yeah. We understand our captors' patterns so that we could try to formulate a plan. And things happened, and eventually Corporal decided that she had had enough, and she jumped up into the air and slammed her horn into the wall and happened to scratch this glyph that she noticed above the door. And she scratched it really hard because all of a sudden this stone flew out of the wall and the glyph was destroyed. But then we come to find out that Brother Mai had thrown a stone at the wall and broken the glyph, and so he got beat for it. And also Corporal got questioned and got in trouble because she was trying to read this elf lady's mind. And then by the end of the day, it turns out that where the glyph got destroyed and the cell the glyph got destroyed in, Rock was able to use magic again after he concentrated and used his arcane ability to find the magic within. And then we started chatting telepathically and communicating. Oh, and I also snuck into the cell with Surge and Belfi, kicked the other NPC out. And we started communicating and decided that we could perhaps find a way to get out.
Give me a D20 roll.
You forgot
Glad you
Sergeant Rock
reminded
and I
us who
are.
did what.
You forgot that Sergeant Rock and I are now engaged.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, there was some horn rubbing going on for sure.
Yeah.
It was getting very horny in the jail. But
That's one way to put it.
you're welcome.
So while he takes a moment to get the little one out of the way. No, I was referring to the comments going on behind you
Innuendos only.
as you're steadily trying to get your kid to leave.
Is a halfling's son a quarterling?
Wasn't looking.
Yeah, no, I have some very persistent coworkers.
All right, you get advantage on an initiative roll.
All that counting for that.
Yep, all that counting for that. Hey, could come in handy. You never know. All right, so you guys are in your cells. Did we leave off at the beginning of your rest? No, you guys were in the middle of your rest break because Sergeant Rock did his magic thing and realized it took a little bit of concentration to be able to make it work. So you're certain that you wouldn't have gone off just on its own. You had to really concentrate on it. It was kind of tough, as if there was some sort of overlying effects from some of the other stones. Now, May I and Corporal, I think, are unconscious at this moment, weren't they?
I believe so.
I am, yes.
Actually, everybody was unconscious. This is
I
after
was
you
the
guys
last to
woke
go
up because
unconscious.
you were literally beat unconscious because somebody was throwing rocks at glyphs.
Some of us
and
were
such.
faking to be unconscious.
I mean, gosh, man, you should really stop throwing rocks at things.
Well, and also I got to meet the little Cthulhu dude too.
Well, I haven't been able to break a single damn rock with my pickaxe, so
All right.
Yeah. Well,
So you guys are there. You've had your rest. Don't think anybody has any kind of internal clock. So, what are y'all doing?
Druidcraft?
Druidcraft using magic.
It might work, it might not. Who knows? It's a cantrip.
Oh, it's a cantrip. So yeah, then no, it doesn't.
So
But you're certain you've been in here a little longer than you have the last 2 nights.
do we? If we put our ears to the door, do we hear anything? Especially those in the southern door, I would think.
Actually, you do. Without rolling, Surge and Ducks do hear some sort of noise going on outside.
What do our roommates think?
Well,
Sound like chipping?
I think you only have one, and that's the girl, and she's still curled up in a ball from her whipping.
Well, what do you think, Sarge? Do you think we could use Mac in here or what?
I'm listening at the door to see what it sounds like out there.
You go ahead and give me a perception check on your end.
I'll provide sound effects with that.
Noted. You hear sounds like chipping stone.
The work is going on.
There's some sort of work going on outside.
they're fixing the damn thing.
I mentally reach out to Rock and ask him if he can still use magic.
I'll have to give it a try. Let me just see what.
Prestidigitation. Make your room clean. Spit shine.
Actually, you don't actually hear what sounds like metal tools, but you do hear something.
And I would have asked him if he could use magic anyway, just because I want to make sure.
All right, so
I want to try to summon Fred.
all right, I need a religion check from you and an arcana check from Sergeant Rock.
I'm going to try to cast.
Why not
Mine-
Arcana from me?
Because you're a paladin. Actually,
use
yours
religion
will
to
be
cast your
charisma.
spells.
Yours will be a charisma check.
Oh, mine's a charisma check.
Mm-hmm.
that's what you're based off of, yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
All right, Sergeant Rock, you're able to cast whatever spell
Oh,
you were
not too
trying to.
bad.
I'm casting minor illusion. I'm trying to situate it right exactly where the their glyph was above my door.
Don't you have to see that?
I was just looking at the spell, and it doesn't say you have to be able to see it.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll take that into consideration with what's going on outside.
I'm making it look like it's intact, so they don't need to finish fixing it.
So, Corporal Punishment, you try to summon Fred, and it's like you could. It's almost if you could reach out and grab him and pull him through, but just there's a barrier. There's something blocking you from being able to go that extra little bit to finish the spell off.
Well, that sucks.
Nope.
I can't get
it's
Fred. I
it's
just can't get him.
still too hard to do here.
All right.
Anything else you guys like to do? And you do notice it is taking a little longer.
You said this guy was beat unconscious?
Yes, he was. So was Giggles.
Okay. From this part of my cell in the corner, see if I'm out of that zone. I'm going to try to cast level 1 Cure Wounds on him.
Okay, Cure Wounds, Divine. Give me a charisma
With-
check as well.
Okay.
Oof.
You go and you can't even touch the magic. It's not even within your grasp.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck.
Oh, okay. Looked up, I saw Todd 17. I'm like, 17 didn't do it?
No, the 17 was his roll for a card earlier.
Yeah.
He was rolling to rage.
Right. So, did you hear anything back? Are they able to use the magic?
I think Rock said that he could use it, but Corporal, she wasn't able to.
Did they hear anything outside the door? I mean, that's where we ruined the glyph. Are they trying to fix it? Do you think this will last?
I think we've been in here longer than we were before, so
That
it's very
seems odd.
possible that they're working on fixing it. So maybe we'll have to do things a little differently than we talked about.
No. I'm just wondering if it's going to come down to just brute strength, and if it does, I don't know what kind of chance we actually have.
You're a brute.
Did you miss the strength part? Because I feel like that was a very important part of it. Whereas I'm decidedly lacking in that strength part. Now, if I can stay hidden behind, different story, but there are so many of them out there. I don't know. I have this sinking feeling that things are about to change when we get out. And not for the better.
We'll have to see.
Well, I'm going to try and get a little bit more rest then for the... Last night was a bit rough, yeah?
Wasn't that bad.
I did get this, though. I don't remember if I showed them or not, so...
You hadn't.
Did get this, though. And I'm going to pull out the... It was one of the darts, right? Or...
Crossbow bolt.
bolt.
Yeah. It's not much. Don't quite know what I'm going to be able to do with it. But...
I can take it.
No, I'm going to hold on to it. That's not what I was showing you. I'm trying to... If I examine it, can I tell if it's one of the sleep ones or if it's just a regular dart?
Just tell me how you're going to examine it.
I'm going to probably... Let me take a picture. I mean...
Is it your first day as an alchemist?
It is. It's very much my first day.
Oh,
I can
Doug's
take a
with
look at
it.
that for you.
Right. You
I'm an
take a
expert with
look.
poisons.
Yeah, I'll let him. I'll let he and Serge take a peek at it. Since they're both in the room.
Okay, give me
I'll assist you in
See my
looking.
poison or kit
give me
roll.
a poison or kiss roll. Yeah. I think it'd be a intelligence based or something.
Yeah.
You're
Nice.
you're certain it's that poison that knocks you out.
Don't
Tastes like
Oh.
a sleep dart.
tastes like a. Right. So one.
So since
one-
you mimicked that you licked it, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
I didn't lick it. It was just like
It doesn't
What-
matter.
what was
manage.
Did your tongue touch the tip?
Just the tip.
Oh yeah, but
Just
yell
the
at me
tip.
for what I say. Okay, Dan.
Hey, I have no control over your dirty mind.
Nobody does.
You're fine. You feel the grogginess in your eyes, and you're like, yeah, that's sleep dart, and that's about it.
I mean, I could have done that. I figured you were going to do something a bit different. All right then.
Oh, it's an exact science.
Evidently so. I shall defer to you to test things from here on out now.
He figures out.
I don't have my usual pigs to test it on.
He figures out what to put together to make his potions by eating the items first,
Yeah.
and that's
No,
how he
I don't
determines.
eat them. I give them to pigs. But I don't have any pigs.
Well, it's
here.
weird to call yourself a pig. I would not be so down on yourself.
Well, I was gonna call you my guinea pig,
But I did not put it on my mouth, nor did tongue touch tip. Thank you. So, we could try and steal a few more of these. They didn't seem to be guarding them too well, honestly. It's just a little deception here, little fake fall there. Maybe we could get enough to where we could put out the guards and only have to deal with the other ones. It's an idea, and we don't have much else. No. It was still only the one in the weird hand motion, Dan.
I don't think that elves.
Like I said,
are
I have no
susceptible.
control over your dirty mind.
Yeah, well, it's my birthday. My mind's going where it's going, man.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks.
Oh, it was also the National Guard's 384th birthday on Friday.
Wow. Wow.
Excellent.
So what do we want to do? Since
Alright.
they're obviously getting ready to summon us out of the rooms for the day.
Where is my guy?
Work.
Work.
Right.
Work. Work.
So, Dan,
Yeah.
I'm going to take some of the gemstones that I smuggled,
Mm.
and I'm going to put them on my person in a place where I can get them quickly enough so that I can throw them if necessary.
Pocket sand. That's what I'm thinking when you say that.
What did you say?
Pocket sand. Except with gemstone dust.
No, I didn't. I actually have gemstones, not dust.
I know.
Yeah, he chipmunked a few stones apparently,
Mm-hmm.
and you're trying to put them somewhere on your non-pocketed body.
Well, I have my belt on still, right? They didn't take our clothes.
Yes, they did.
Oh yeah, we have the drape.
Yes.
We're all very dapper.
Are these piles of straw look like they have some extra blankets on them?
Well, there's no blankets. It's just straw. I know the picture probably looks like it does, but that's the only picture of a pile of straw I could find to put on there.
Are there any dead people with their clothes still on them?
Not in your room.
Not in your room.
There was in the room you were originally in, I think.
I was in the middle room. I think the
How
one that
long-
had the dead people's rocks room.
Yeah.
How long are these tunics?
Yeah, they're one size fits all, so they're probably huge on me and Belfie, right?
Right. Can we like tear a strip off the bottom?
I will. I'll wear some
Um,
Ranger shorts. I can make that happen.
Probably about.
God.
Well, like I said, the rags are not actually just bags thrown over you. There's like a raggy shirt and raggy slacks. But with being that you're halflings, it's probably cinched up to a point you could probably get some fabric off of it for whatever means you need
Make
to.
myself a fabric belt.
Yeah, a little pouch.
And then I'm going to use that fabric belt to hold my stones in place.
So the two are,
They
the,
make it so easy, and I can't say anything. It's not fair.
so the two of you are
They're
making
softball.
some
I'm
sort
just- I'm
of
just
like
throwing 'em up there
cloth
for you.
belt dish thing to
Mhm.
have a hidden pouch.
Yeah,
All right.
Gotta have a pouch for my stones.
So you have no tools.
I do.
Can I
I only have a crossbow bolt that I can borrow from Belfie.
Please don't use the tip of the crossbow bolt and rub all the poison off of it.
are you
I'll use the other
interested in
end.
making a sling?
Yeah, I mean, you can just make one that goes under and just tie
No, I'm
it.
talking about a sling.
Uh,
Because that's
do
one
have-
of the useless weapons that I'm useful for. I can
I mean,
I
I
can
have
use
enough
this.
fabric. I could probably do that. I am teeny tiny.
Well, I do have a leather working proficiency.
Yeah, well, this isn't leather, and you don't have tools.
But leather, schmother, I mean, you braid it, braiding leather, braiding cloth.
I'm going to put a dump button on here somewhere that says you're not Patrick.
Well, here's the deal. how much hair is on our bodies? Could we use our hair to sew together this fabric?
It seems that the only
Unfortunately,
person
I'm
with
not,
hair,
I'm not a werebear anymore. I don't
the
have
only
hair.
person with hair long enough to use for thread
Nope.
might be Belfie.
Hey, I have big old long dreads. Did you see my picture?
Yes, but dreads can't.
You can't use
You
that
can't use dreads because it's all matted up. There's no way to use it for like a needle
It's
and
not
thread
going to be
thing.
strong enough to hold anything. It's really not. No.
I'm just saying we
So-
could make a sling out of
No.
fabric.
How
It doesn't
about-
take much.
How about the two of you give me a straight intelligence check to see if you can make
Assisting ducks.
some sort of belt, pouch, whatever thing.
And I'm gonna mention a sling if he wants to try and make that also work as a sling, which is really just a piece of cloth. You just swing and let go
15.
one end.
Don't think I gave you advantage.
I
He
assisted
said
him.
he's assisting me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was going to assist him.
Well, that's one belt pouch looking thing.
Am I making more than one?
I think Belfie was
Belfie?
making one.
Oh,
wasn't
Belfie
she?
wanted one?
I mean, I have a few things that I have tucked away, but it would be easier with a pouch.
They might be more willing to take it if
Oh,
you
look
have
at
a
that.
pouch.
17s.
Well, now this is for her to roll. You made
I
yours.
thought I was making it for her too.
No, you made yours.
Sorry, Belfie. I'll assist you though. I'll guide you.
That's okay. Show me.
Well, I don't really have guidance. I'll give you pointers.
That did not help. I appreciate.
Yeah, I'm not very good with giving pointers.
Yeah,
They're
I
literally just
didn't seem to be
pointing.
very receptive. I was still worried about the hair. You were talking about taking my hair, and I'm not. Not.
All
Well,
right.
see, it's better if you use the
So-
more coarse hair because your hair on top here is kind of soft. You need coarser hair.
Understandably, Marcus, that is
Ooh,
an
nice.
interesting idea. The only problem is it's the straw is soggy because it is pretty much saturated in feces and urine and rot and
What are
the
you
moisture.
doing with poo straw?
He was going to try to weave it together to make some sort of padded armor.
It's a good idea.
Well, see, I wouldn't be pooping in my straw
Yeah, but people have been here.
because you got to
before
sleep
us.
in it. Why would you want to poop in the straw you sleep in?
I'm not sleeping on that bug-infested straw.
Well, then we can make some cow patty armor.
Very nice. Uh-huh.
That way, when it burns online, it just stays burning.
Yeah.
So the reason why Belfie was unable to make her pouch is because halfway through trying to work on making it, the door opens up.
With my pouch? Or her pouch?
We have warned her
Fine,
with our
fine.
passive perceptions that someone's coming.
Oh, you already had the knock on the door.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay. I didn't know there was a knock
It
on
was
the door.
very hard to hear, but he did the weird hand thing that signified the knock on the door.
Okay.
Oh, Sergeant Ron's getting a back rub.
Oh, it's nice to know that their relationship is moving along nicely.
So the doors are opened up.
Hey, when I first hear some clattering at the door, I'm going to cast invisibility.
Go ahead and give me a charisma check.
Charisma.
Or Arcana.
I was gonna say it's been Arcana for him.
Yeah, it has been for him.
Although my charisma is actually better.
Okay, apparently won't let me move that. Yeah, you tried to cast invisibility and it does not seem to work.
Right.
Alright, so
So the doors are open. Are we exiting the room, or are they?
So as I leave, I'm going to act really skittish and fearful.
give me a performance check.
Oh, I don't have to perform. It's
Think-
real. You beat me.
You said act.
You
So either give me a performance.
Okay, I'm going to be very skittish.
Alright.
They don't
Yeah.
believe you.
The doors are open. So we'll go ahead and bring you guys out one square. I guess you guys got a little more rest this evening than you should have had before, thanks to a few of your compatriots' actions. You can thank them. You can also thank them for the whipping you received. Of course, if anything like that is to happen again, it won't be a whipping. It'll be a lottery.
Lottery.
He's gonna look at the
Oh yes, and the winner loses their head in front of everyone else.
Lottery?
Is the door open over here or closed?
It's closed currently.
I didn't know if he was
So
doing.
be a good little troop and grab your pickaxes and continue to mine. That way I don't have to kill any of you and deal with the worst smell you iblets I always have to deal with. Especially the two dead in the other room. Rock turns to look at the glyph above the door and notices there's a hump of stone up over the glyph.
Oh, so that's what they were doing.
Like a shield?
Trying to lift.
It's as if they shaped the stone up over the glyph.
Is it like that on all of them?
On the only two that were left, yes. The one that was broken is still visible. They have not been able to replace it or fix it yet, but the two that were still functional, they've taken precautions.
So when you say like how like it's completely covered,
As if somebody cast the spell Shape Stone and turned it over.
Put a dome over it so we can't get to it.
Right. Did you say all three of them have the dome over it?
No,
No,
let's
the
see.
two that were on top.
that still fit and weren't broken.
So the
The
top one is still broken.
The one down here above the third door is still seems to be damaged.
The two northernmost rooms have the domes covering the glyphs that are undamaged and still seem to be, active. Anything else different about the room?
No, it seems like the same amount of guards. But Dux and Surge will notice something unusual going on in the very back of the room that nobody else seems to notice. One of
Back
the...
here?
Actually, right here.
Okay.
He's back a little ways, away from the rest. And he's moving his hands at his side. But it doesn't look like the same kind of flashing hands he did that Belfiu noticed earlier. He's like drawing. He moves his finger around on his leg. Dux might notice or might know what that is.
Do you want a Arcana?
No, because it is not Arcana.
Good. Is it a thieves thing?
It is definitely a thieves thing.
Oh, so I don't even need. I know all about that.
Yeah,
I'm
he.
not, like,
It looks
into
like he is writing in thieves script on his leg.
And
not-
what's he writing? SOS?
No. He's writing, "We're watching and waiting."
So as he's writing on his leg, I'm looking around at the other ones, and they aren't.
Nope,
They
none
don't.
of them seem to notice.
Okay, I'm going to tell Surge or not. I'm going to tell Surge mentally to step in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
then
at this point in time, the big guy with the whip's about to crack it because nobody's moved
oh yeah,
other
sorry.
than.
Okay,
I'm going
all
to get a pickaxe,
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up a pickaxe. Sounds
and I'm
fun.
going to come over here. Is this? Can you actually work on this one?
Nope,
No,
that is
it's a stalactite.
This is
That's
stone.
that was a whole big thing before.
Yep.
I didn't know.
You missed that
I was
whole conversation
chipping
with
rocks.
me.
Yep. This is a no. This one's a no.
The
That one's a
barrier
no.
that Sergeant
That
Rock
one's a
is
no.
the stone here is more or less a barrier. It's more like don't go past that stone.
Okay, I'll come and chip on this
Sergeant
one.
Rock likes to push the barrier and go right up to the stone and work on the one next to it. But that is pretty much don't go past that stone.
Okay.
Dan, I have a
And-
question.
Uh-huh.
These things in the middle, how tall are they? How big are they? Those piles?
They just, I mean, let's see. They're not all that big. It's just like a lot of the rock that's broken off the sides is taken over to the pile and sorted. So the ones that are actually in the middle are sorting the stones that are broken off the side walls.
If I was to try and find like the biggest cropping of stone, where would that be?
Try that again. Cropping of stone?
Yeah, like the biggest outcrop that we're working on. Where would that be?
Deposits. They're on the sides over here.
Yeah, they're over here.
Just over. Okay. I'm gonna go try and find the largest one that has a jut out of it as I can.
All right. And what's May I doing back in a cell?
He looks at this guy, chuckles, and then just goes like he's heading down here and just walks in the room. They're gonna beat me. They'll beat me.
Well, the door's
I ain't
closed.
working.
Once everybody came out, the door's closed.
Oh, okay. Well,
He
then
ran into the door. Boom.
I would never came out of my room then, because I wasn't planning on working today.
You gonna do a hunger strike?
All right.
I get the feeling they won't care if you die.
I'll basically stand here and say, "Look, either take me to the lich or go fuck yourself," and then go back in the room.
Alrighty then. So let me pull out the scourge here and start using it on you.
So while May I is causing a perfect distraction,
Okay.
Yeah.
So 20 to hit you for 25 points of damage.
Okay.
You're just gonna sit and take it.
You know what?
catch it.
I will. You said 25 points, so that's
6 piercing, 19 poison, if that matters.
okay. I was just trying to do math. Yeah. Okay. I will do an actively dodge or active defense or whatever it's called.
Okay, so you're gonna
Dodge
dodge.
action.
Dodge.
All right.
Yeah.
So disadvantage on my next crack the whip at you.
So while he's getting his whip cracked,
All right.
Can
So
I-
that's gonna be a 14. You're not wearing any armor.
Nope.
All right. So it's another 26 points of damage. And while he's being whipped, and you can audibly hear him being whipped, 2 of the drow stepped in the room with him. What are you doing?
I'm so this guy,
Yes.
I'm trying to make eye contact with him while I'm picking here,
Uh-huh.
and I'm messaging in Thieves Script who is watching.
Or are you asking the one that messaged you? I
don't know
thought
if
it
he's
was this
messaged
one
me.
by you.
No, I thought
No,
it
it's
was
this one.
Is it this one or this one that
This
did the
one.
whole shenanigans with his hands?
This one.
So,
Okay.
yes.
That's why I wanted to be behind this one. Because then this one can't see me, because this one's blocking me. So he's really the only one that can see what I'm doing.
Give me a second.
Dude, they took the hair clip from me, right? That was in my braid.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna put the actual words in chat so you'll know what it is. For spelling reasons, and I will tell you what it is. It's the Umbra Venandi. Is what the only message you get back from him is that. Umbra Venandi.
I want to say we've heard that somewhere.
His response in Thieves' Cant is ally. He puts that the priestess is in her room.
That's this room, right?
And also cautions, because,
So the tentacle face is with her.
yep. He gives you, let me see if I can find the spelling of that name for you.
You know, it's funny. Every time that I have these thieves' cant conversations, I always think of this scene in Austin Powers when he's talking with his dad.
It's been such a long time since I've seen that.
Austin Powers, I think it's Goldfinger.
Old
When
member.
he and his dad are speaking to each other in, I think it's Cantonese or something like that, and they have to have subtitles because they're saying things that don't mean what they're saying at all.
Mhm.
That's pretty accurate for Thieves' Cant, honestly.
All right. So when you ask if the tentacle face is in there with him, he goes, "Yes, Balamar is still in there."
That's a name. Bali Bali.
There's your name.
Are you relaying any of this?
I'm still having the conversation. So quick, out of character question for the DM.
Yep.
Do you allow an
17. I'm listening, but I'm letting May I know that 24 more points to him.
action- do you
Okay, and
allow
you
an
realize
action
I
to be
moved up
broken by
on him.
bonus?
Oh, if he moved up, then the one next to him would have actually hit you with his sword.
Okay.
I did not notice. Actually, as you're moving up, you get.
Pommel to the face.
Well, no, you're actively dodging as you're moving forward.
Yep.
Is door closed?
Yeah, it's close.
Well, it's open.
Oh, so we're watching him get beaten?
Oh, yes. Because he refused to come out of the room initially. So they've stepped in the room and have beat him with a whip.
Oh, okay, gone.
Who's this right here?
Oh, I'm just kidding so I can watch the scene.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say this one here is going to try to.
Oh,
stop
you're
you.
No,
just
I
moving.
didn't. I can't see it on the map. It's blacked out. So I was just going to where so I could
Yeah,
see.
you were just tossing your character
Oh,
there to
well,
look.
hold on.
I wanted to see the configuration of how he was getting beat.
What is this? Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was there.
My question to you: would I know that answer?
What answer?
I whispered a question to you.
Is the shaped rock harder than the pickaxe? It's still stone, so if you're going to actively try to throw your pickaxe to hit this stone, I mean, that's what you want to try to do. His
Yeah.
response to you, Dux, is no, currently alone. More on the way. So you get the idea he's a forward scout, if you will. A spy of sorts. Alright, so, do you plan on doing anything other than stand in his face and dodge?
Well, I wanted to do something.
I'll take a swing at. Yeah, I'll just punch the guy.
Alright, go for it. Swing.
And
I'm just thinking right now. I'm looking in there. It's like, if we get our stuff back, hopefully I have his hair because he's gonna get himself killed.
Alright, so, you rolled a 20. So, what's your
Critically
Yeah,
punch
baby.
the dude.
Yeah, what's your strength?
Negative
13.
So you have a -1?
No, I have a
14's got a
+1.
+2.
Plus,
It's
Alright.
13.
4
Oh,
points of
13.
damage.
actually, no,
'Cause it'd be
it's double the
2,
dice damage.
1 + 1, and then doubled. So would
It's
that be
okay.
2 or 4?
What's your
It'd be-
modifier?
No, it's 1 plus your strength modifier,
Mhm.
and then you double it, so it'd be 4 damage. Is what he
Yes.
Well, you only double dice
Mo-
damage.
Yeah, so it'd be 2. So total 3 points.
3 points.
Okay.
So let me go
Yeah,
ahead and.
because the initial damage is just 2 damage for him. It's 1 for me because I don't have
So let me
fuck all
do
for strength.
this.
No, I have fuck all strength. I have a 0 on
Yeah,
our
same.
strike damage.
I have a negative
Oh,
one.
you have a negative.
Yeah, I do. I don't do 0 though because monks, you know. But
Okay, so how about you roll me an initiative roll?
Okay.
oh, I can see in there. I can see Marcus getting butt kicked.
Oops. That was supposed to be 9. So I'm at a 9.
All right, so let's get this guy's rolling too.
Are we about to watch our friend be beat to death? Because that sucks.
I don't know.
Seems
Well,
like it.
unless he allows me to create a diversion.
Yeah, that'll be a blow to our morale.
Hey, Ducks. Do you have any information you wish to share?
So, before any information gets shared, Corporal Punishment's got something she wants to do. So how about we all roll initiative?
And honestly, I really didn't realize Marcus was getting beat until I started hearing his screams. So
I think it more or less would have been, "Where's Marcus?" And then they walk in. Oh no.
well, that's just it. I was concentrating on talking with the spy.
Oh,
Yay! I got a good initiative.
Yeah, I might as
I got
well
a-
then say out loud. He's gonna get
People-
himself killed.
and then I'm going to change it back to 19 because I rolled a 19. And I'm not going to, just because it made me click off my figure, go, I'm not going to tell you to take a little shitty roll.
You don't say. All right, so let's bring him into the mix because he's going to have to be here.
I used my advantage on an initiative, by the way.
Alright.
So I took it off my sheet.
Immediately the day they say, "Don't cause issues or someone's gonna die," let's cause issues.
Cause issues.
Well, I had a plan for this. Wasn't trying to get y'all involved.
He just wants to become a lich sooner.
I love that. I had a plan.
Dying doesn't come until like the last stage of becoming a lich, though.
Yeah.
You don't die, then try and become a lich. Start trying to become a lich, then eventually die too.
So
That's
the
the
last
thing.
the last thing Duck sees before all hell breaks loose is the guy does a little thief's thing on his leg that says, "I can't help you yet." So that should
And
tell
then
you.
I say, in Thieves' Cant, shit's about to get real.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
think,
no, it would appear so, Ducks. It looks like he's getting his ass kicked. I'm just gonna. There's this gym. Yeah.
Wait, do you speak
gonna work
Thieves'
on
Cant,
this.
Surge?
You said shit's about to get real.
I said in Thieves' Cant. I said
Oh.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were saying something else, but you said shit's about to get real.
No, that's what I said. Is in Thieves' Cant,
Okay.
shit's about to get real.
all right. Have I rolled?
So
for
what
him?
did the other guards do as Marcus is getting beat?
Well, as he's getting beat, nothing. They were keeping an eye on you. But
I'm just
if
gonna go
shit's
here
about
and
to hit the
work on the
fan,
wall.
there may be other things that they do.
There's just this wall right here.
And he
Calm
never
down.
said how long until help gets here.
Yeah, he said he can't help us, and I mentally communicate with Belfie.
That looked like a really painful decision you just made.
You're the only other dexterous one that can hide and do something crafty.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and put this in descending order. As he is getting himself in a lot of trouble in there, what was Ducks trying to do? Just continue to have this conversation?
No, I had a question out of character for the DM. Do
Yes.
you allow your action to be broken by a bonus action? So
Once-
could I take like an attack and then shadow step and take my second attack?
No, I
Get
don't
your
think
bonus
so.
action, but
The only thing
kind
I
of
usually
move
let
up.
is if you take somebody down, I'll let you continue your move and then do your second attack, but not the bonus action thing.
Okay, fine.
Yes, because that was going to be the deal breaker to save us.
Can I use my bonus action?
So before I take my turn, are all of the guards pretty much equipped the same?
Pretty much.
Is this one different? Or is she just a female?
It's just a female. Actually, you can't see her face, but you can see that she's a female.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're gonna start. Does she have a sword like in the picture, or is it just same thing? Because she's got like a scimitar
It
looking
would
thing.
appear that they're wielding short swords and hand crossbows.
Okay, cool.
Except for,
And-
of course, the big guy, and you do remember seeing some others that were wielding other items.
Mhm.
The two guards that were with her. Remember, she had two guards with her at all times.
Hmm.
They were carrying other things. What were they carrying? They were carrying. Looks like a rather huge dark sword. Almost as black as night, I suppose is the best way to put it.
Okay. And then when we were down here before working, did we notice if there was some kind of alarm apparatus or something like that around here?
You didn't notice any of that.
So when I case the joint, I don't see anything that looks like it could be pulled as an alarm.
You're in a cave. No.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Hey, there's
You
little
can't
silver
pull the
strings
fire
that do
alarm.
A lot of loud things.
There's no fire alarm to pull.
Yeah, well, that's an OSHA violation. There should always be
Yeah.
an alarm to pull every 20 feet.
Bird noises don't attack bird noises, really?
I was gonna say, is there like a little parakeet down here or something in a cage?
So this one right here, is she facing us right now, or is she still facing the direction she is in her picture?
Since you guys are there, she would have moved to keep you guys in view.
Oh, so she backed up.
Oh yeah, remember I told you they always try to stay at least 15 feet away from you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like this one here would have moved here to keep an eye on those two.
Yeah,
This
because
one
there's
probably would have stepped over here, watching Corporal Punishment move closer to the party. Oh, and by the way, it looks like Corporal Punishment is giving everybody advantage.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
thank you.
because
Oh,
she says
thank
it's
you.
about to go down.
So
All right.
let me go ahead and call my dealer here and get her to go ahead and send me some advantage my way.
Tell her it's my birthday, and that as my birthday gift, I would like her to not do that to you.
Do not.
All right. So, I am
Much
going
appreciated, Corporal.
to.
Yeah.
So, are they holding their crossbow right now, or are they and their short
yeah.
swords in their sheath?
It's a hand crossbow and a short sword, but it sounds like.
All right. So they have their crossbow in their hand and their sword is sheathed, or do they have both of them out?
They got the crossbows in hand right now.
Okay, so their sword is in its sheath.
Yes.
In its scabbard.
Mhm.
All right. So
No, last one was a disadvantage to DM, by the way.
And of course, on top of that, I get to deal with this. So let me take care of that right quick.
what are you doing?
Oh.
Oh, you want to become famous?
There.
Yeah.
Oh, that stuff's stupid.
So disadvantage to me. So we'll wait and see what happens.
Oh wait, so Marcus is sending out bird noises saying "Don't attack."
Yep.
So are you like screaming that? Don't fight
No.
back.
No, he's going.
So will
Oh,
my
a
passive
pigeon.
perception pick up
Oh,
that he's
let me
trying
die.
to say "Don't
Oh.
attack"?
Jenga, Jenga.
Look over here! Look over
Yeah.
here! Look over here!
Yeah.
There's just, a pigeon sitting over there.
Yeah, I have no idea what y'all are doing. I've had a plan.
We don't know what the fuck you're doing.
We
Yeah,
just see
thanks
our
for
friend
sharing your
getting
plan
beat
with
to
us.
hell.
Understand their plan.
All right, so I'm gonna use my free action to reach
Oh,
out to Marcus
wine.
telepathically and see what the fuck. What he's doing.
Okay. I am seeing if they would take me out and leave me here so I can come back alive inside, functioning, and start working on some armor of some sorts.
So two things before we go any further. I do have advantage now, so I have the disadvantage and advantage. And I guess apparently happy birthday to Tara because you got
Aw,
advantage as well.
Thanks.
All right, so mentally, Marcus tells me that he did this so that he could get knocked out and then wake up and make armor. All
Pretty
right,
much.
moron.
What a moron.
All right, so I guess
Sorry.
I'm
That was-
just going to keep working, shaking my head, and just keep picking away, I guess. I was going to do something, but I decided not to because Marcus is an idiot. His
All right.
plan is crap.
So,
So I mentally connect to other people and tell them what Marcus's plan was.
You might need to start writing all these down here, Dan.
Yeah, no, it's just like, oh, yeah, cool. I'm just
She
gonna
has
continue.
so many more points than us, and she helps us a lot. I don't feel like we should burn our points trying to rebuke this.
But it's okay.
So many more bubbles.
are you trying to say you don't want to piss off the Dragon Queen?
She's a master collector of bubbles here.
Yeah, but he also gets like 10 attacks per round with all these people. So I mean,
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
I feel like
So before we actually get into anything, Corporal, you did say you wanted to do something. That is your turn, and then it's also 8:07. So I don't know if you needed to bounce. Or
Yeah,
not.
I need to go as soon as I'm done doing what I have to do here.
All right, and what is that
So
you're gonna
Dan, I'm holding my action in case a guard attacks.
Okay, so would picking up a second pickaxe be an action?
do? Item interaction.
Because I already have one pickaxe.
I mean, if you want to pick up a second, well, I don't think there's a second one there for you. Everybody else should have their own pickaxes.
May I
Oh,
didn't
there
come
are
out.
extra ones.
There
laying
is an
Well,
around.
extra
May I
one.
didn't kit his.
Yeah.
May I's, you grab May I's, and yes. Oh, and Tara, apparently you have another advantage, and so does the DM.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to try to throw
Actually, she had
pickaxe.
gooey item.
Oh,
shoot.
shit. Okay, we'll take care of that in a second. Since nobody has
So-
anything at the moment.
I wanted to throw one pickaxe at the dome on the top room, and
All
then
right.
the second pickaxe at the summoning circle.
All right, so why don't you go ahead and give me an improvised weapon toss at the first one? Which one is it going to be? The one in the middle?
Is a pickaxe much different than a war
Do
pick?
the one on the far left.
No, I guess not. I guess she is proficient with war picks. I just don't know
Yeah.
if war picks are used primarily as ranged. But go ahead.
So just roll a war pick.
Yeah, go ahead and throw a roll. Throw your roll. That. All right. So yeah, you hit it and it chips off some of the stone, and it's got a little bit of a crack in it. Oh, and with that,
Okay, but I get a second attack.
yeah, you have a second pickaxe.
Okay.
But
Crap.
but there's also the guy that's like 15 feet behind you that saw you do it. So
I was gonna say this
Yeah,
is not gonna be good.
That's fine.
Yeah. You do have advantages if you want to use them, but that's.
You know what? Totally forgot I gave myself advantage. Well, crap. Can I use the advantage on the second throw?
you might want to because that second throw didn't hit.
Hey, yay, that's better.
Well, 17 does another 4 points of damage.
Well, that one was at the summoning circle. The
Well,
second one.
you can't hit the circle because the stone is still blocking it.
You have
The
to bring
ceiling
it
Put
back.
wait, no, the summoning circle was on the roof.
Oh, the summoning
ceiling.
circle. My bad.
Yeah,
yes.
there's the
Yeah, yeah.
anti-magic circles. You hit one of those, correct?
I
And
hit
then
the
you aim for the
one
summoning
on the
circle.
very top room with the first hit, and then I hit the summoning circle on the ceiling with the second one.
Okay, that. What's the range on a throwing a pickaxe? Because that's how high up did I say that was last week?
You said that the ceiling
30
was
feet.
25 or 30 feet. I can't remember which.
Yeah, it wasn't too crazy.
So just to help you guys out, I have just been informed that my darling Dragon Queen has 160,000 bubbles still.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's a lot of
Like I
bubbles.
said, it's not. It's no.
All right, so you roll to throw the pickaxe this time at the ceiling, and you hit the ceiling, and you do chip some stone off of it. But are you trying to aim at a specific spot on the glyph to try to damage it so it can't be used?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was kind of the point, so they couldn't bring more people in.
She
Yeah.
wants the fifth
Or
point,
more
not the fourth
something in.
point, the fifth point of the 5-pointed star.
I don't know what that means.
All right, we'll say with that you do chip a piece of rock that had carving on it, so you believe you might have messed up whatever that circle was for up there.
Okay, awesome. And I really do have to go because he's
And
gonna
with
be here
that,
any minute.
goodbye, chaos. Have fun dying, everyone.
Yeah, so if you kill
Tink,
me off,
tink,
just
tink, tink.
send me a message and happy birthday, Tara, and good luck, everyone. And let's hope it's not a TPK tonight.
All right,
See ya.
later.
All right,
Good luck
take
with the
care.
plumber.
Thanks.
And as soon
Bye.
as she pops, I'll have to take a moment to adjust the cameras, so bear with me.
So I am still just furious now, tapping at this wall. I'm not doing anything. I'm just hitting this wall. Pay no attention to me.
All right, so Sergeant Rock, is there anything you would like to do during all this fun chaos?
It seems quite a lot of chaos. I figured things are getting bad, so I'll put my hands on my head and walk over here and go, yeah, if you want to just throw me in my cell, I'll get out of your way so you can deal with the chaos.
Did you drop your pickaxe as you did it?
No, I'm holding it in my hand, but it's kind of, along my back, but they can tell I have the pickaxe.
All right, the one you walk up to tells you just to get back to work. Don't mind what's going on in the cell. Unless, of course, you want punishment again.
Nothing to see.
I used all my to get here. It's not like I could go back now. But maybe next round I'll go back to my starting position.
I'll just come over here next to Belfia and help you work on this area since that's where everyone's at. We'll just clear this out.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
What's
sure.
the damage? Are we just treating the pickaxe as a war pick then?
I
1d8?
just for what that was, because
No, just because I'm proficient with all weapons.
So what are you trying to
I'm
say?
proficient with very few.
No, I'm
Just
saying
curious.
like, so are we treating the pickaxe as a war pick? So if I do decide to attack with it, I need the stats for the weapon is what I'm saying.
Okay, well I just highlighted the wrong player.
1d8.
Well, I can look up what a war pick is. Just
No, I have the player's handbook up right now. I just need to know if that's what we're treating it as, or
Check
Yeah,
to
so-
see. I don't think pickaxe itself has an actual.
it's
So-
just it's like a crowbar. It's just an item to be used. So
Yeah.
a war pick is a D8, like you said, I believe.
but that's the question though. So are we going to treat it like a war pick if you're actually combating with it, kind of like a crowbar? You could treat it like a club.
Yeah, that's what we'll use it that way, just for
Okay.
to keep the game rolling. Belfie, will you be so kind as to roll me a
A birthday present 20-sided dice? Yes.
let's see,
18.
18.
You know what's funny is everything that you stated that they had on their persons, I can't use proficiently. It's like a short sword? Nah. Hand crossbow of any sort? Nah.
Oh yeah, give me. Or
My
whatever.
range is a sling and a dart. I guess I could throw daggers, but
Yeah, anybody can throw daggers with. You don't get simple weapons, just a specific list.
I have clubs, daggers, darts, javelins, maces, quarterstaffs, scimitars, sickles, sling, and spear.
Yeah, with most casting
Specific-
classes, they don't give them a group of weapons. They just give them specific weapons.
Hmm. Yeah.
But so
So-
for my class, I'm proficient with all weapons and all armor.
Yeah, that's why I was curious. It's like, am I proficient with a whip? Because I've got decent-ish
I
dex.
am.
There you go.
Ooh.
See, because I have 16 dexterity. So,
I really want that whip.
I mean,
So with it.
Whip it
Whip it
good.
good.
You have to steal it first.
I
All
mean,
right, so
can you do a disarming attack?
Sergeant Rock, you offered to go back in your cell. They told you no, go back to work. Do you want to push the issue?
I double moved to get here. It's not like I could go somewhere now. I'm just like,
I'm just
In
saying.
this
Yes, sir.
turn.
Yeah, your demeanor.
yes, sir. I'll go back there immediately, right now. I will.
I think
will.
Surge, you're up next. Is there something you're doing?
I'm gonna look at them. If they're just seeming like just fucking go to work, cool. I'm not gonna push an issue about this. I'm just
All right. Your buddy doesn't do anything.
well, I guess take the dodge action in case any of them would have, but I'll still be taken away.
The
I'm
door-
not going crazy,
The
but
door does open, and this guy steps out.
Son of a.
Is that the dude with the big black sword?
One of them, yes.
Is the door still open? Or did it shut after he came out?
Oh no, the door's still open because there's people coming out of it.
does it swing out or in?
You're wanting to be able to see inside.
No, the door. Does it swing out or does it swing in to open?
It swings out.
Okay, cool, good, do it.
Actually, no. Must be.
No takes backsies. No takes backsies.
It swings in because the hinges are on the inside.
That actually makes sense.
It does make sense. Otherwise, we could bar it from the outside.
And I was like, man.
I was kind of looking. It's like, huh? You see, there's these carts right here.
Yeah.
All right, so
Shove.
he comes out. He looks around, assessing the situation. He doesn't see anything other than what's going on over there. He's not going to get involved in it. He did not see her do her thing, but he was hearing the commotion, hence why he came out. All right, so now it's this guy's turn, and he is going to lash at you one more time.
All right.
You sure you don't want help in there?
You weren't dodging this time,
Nope.
but I do have disadvantage. So that
Okay.
was an 8 to try to hit you.
And advantage and disadvantage and advantage and disadvantage. Is that the way it
Just-
played out?
Something like
Well,
that,
yeah.
but I'm getting the disadvantages out of the way so I can save the advantages for when I really want to use them.
Mm,
You said it was your next roll, Dan. You said the next roll. You can't save it.
Oh,
well,
okay.
He's gonna get
So,
advantage on May I next.
so then the
Yeah.
second attack with the whip is with advantage. I was
Can I
trying.
use the reaction to spit in his face?
Yeah, but you can also take the 33 points of damage at the same time.
I think he's unconscious.
Yes, I am.
Throw
Alright.
the straw and shit in his eyes.
All
Yeah.
right, so that was you unconscious now.
Oh.
So of course this guy comes walking out behind him.
Or whatever.
So I'll move him on up so that this guy can come out.
Is that the tentacle face?
Yeah.
We've seen them
Flank.
before.
Is this the guy with the whip? Wait, where's the guy with the whip? Is he
The
out?
guy with the whip is
Right
with
here.
May I.
Which that'll be taken care. That'll be so he'll step out after he's knocked May I completely unconscious and turn himself around. Since she fired that off and he saw her do it.
This guy did?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I totally
At
saw.
At least
Corporal throw it.
3, I would say, saw her.
So no armor. I'm sure 17 with disadvantage hits her.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can open up her sheet real
It-
quick.
Yeah.
It's
If you,
probably like a 12, I would assume.
well, give me a
Yeah,
Constitution
I think
saving
it's an
throw.
11 or a 12 is her armor class.
Yep. So here's her sheet, and you want a con save?
Yes, please. And she'll take 7 points of piercing.
Okay. Her armor class is going to be at 11. She's still wearing her armor. So
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
I'll,
I mean-
I'll subtract the 7.
I didn't expect anybody to take all their armor off their sheets.
Oh,
Just
I
to make
totally did.
Oh yeah, no, I just unequipped it.
Unequipped it, yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah, I
gone.
unequipped
It's
my
just
armor
unequipped.
too, Dan.
All right, so the 20 Constitution saving throw works. She's fine. Let's see.
So it's gonna be.
All right, so she's up still. This one here saw her do it too, so he'll fire at her as well. This one's with advantage. So that'd be a 17 with advantage, 9 points of piercing, and another con save. And she passes out. She's
Well.
unconscious. All right, so that one's done. That one's done. Brother, may I give me that save? All right, noted. Belfie.
Oh, what did I
Roar.
roll?
Yeah.
Well, with all the commotion that's going on, you notice he's
Oh.
done. He's done whipping Mai. Mai's unconscious on the floor in there, with another drow, and they're shooting crossbow bolts at Corporal Punishment, and she has gone down asleep or unconscious. Is there anything you would like to do?
Well, I mean, I rolled that 18 that you asked me to roll.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
wait,
I got
had
that. but-
advantage. Okay.
Oh, your death save was successful.
Guess what?
I'm not dead.
Nope, and you're conscious on the floor there with just 1 hit point left.
I'm playing dead though.
Smart
Alright.
move.
Don't
I mean,
you
he
come
just
back with
beat
like
your
one
ass
negative hit
straight
points or
down.
something like that?
Yes, I do.
I do have your item right here that you were given.
Okay.
Now I don't know if it'll work for you or not. I can't recall what we gave you. No, I do remember. I know what I gave you already.
Okay. I am going to realize that without a plan, there's not much I can do here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard anything. I'm looking at ducks. I don't see
So
anything.
this is the one that Corporal chipped, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the stone,
Yeah.
not the
Yeah,
actual.
she
Yeah,
was
she
aiming for
chipped
the
a
top.
stone. She didn't get the glyph.
Right.
So
Um,
you said
I
there's a
would like
crack in
to-
the stone? Is it like a crack fissure, or is it just like the stone itself is a little bit cracked?
The stone itself's a little bit cracked.
So can you see that it's hollow inside, so it's more like a bowl of stone?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
I'm
as if
going
they
to,
just made a dome over the stone, so you couldn't easily throw rocks at it, or jump up and hit it with your horns. I mean, actions have consequences.
What?
No.
No. Since Dux has been communicating with me in regards to what this other guard has been going on, I'm going to try and position myself in a way that I can get, like, that I can see and see their conversation and perhaps input to it if it continues. But other than that, I'm just watching.
What are you doing out here?
Yeah, if you move, then I'll move over away from them so they have more room. And it's like, okay, I'm just going to bury myself in this wall just doing
Mhm.
Okay,
this.
so this
while
one here has raised her
perceiving
crossbow
what's going
and
on.
is keeping it aimed at anybody who's close to her. And nobody's
I'm
making
not
any
close
threatening
to her.
moves, right? I'm still saying you're closer
I
to
am
her
threatening the shit out of these gems.
than out of the gyms. Copy that. All right, so this one here steps back, and will do the same thing. Keep the crossbow ready, and ready his action to shoot any of you in the head if you decide to do anything hostile.
The head, I do think that's a little bit extreme.
This one here will start to drag you by your feet. He reaches down, grabs your foot or the side of your foot, and just starts dragging you across the floor. So let's see, how far can I go? Probably only 30 feet.
You're dragging
50
somebody,
dash.
isn't it less?
Yeah, you can only go half your move normally.
So he move action. You know
Dash,
what?
yeah.
I think he's got a dash action too. Does he?
Doesn't it take an action to grab the guy?
If he's any kind of rogue, which they all were, then he's going to have the dash action as his cunning action, his bonus action.
All right, so yeah, he's literally just dragging the unconscious, what he believes are the next to unconscious Mai across the ground out this way somewhere.
Since I said I was trying to keep an eye out on everything that was going on, would I see if Mai was actually out, or if he's looking like he wanted help, or
Give me an insight.
it's not my strong suit? We're going to use one of those advantages. That's a 20.
All right, and how you said you're trying to pretend that you're still unconscious?
Yeah, I'm just letting
So-
my body limp, eyes closed.
Give me a deception check with advantage. I'll let you have advantage on it
Okay.
because
did
you
you
were
just
you
beat the
were
crap out
literally
of
just knocked unconscious. So
Yeah, yeah. That's the
Ah.
advantage. Right, yeah. Oh,
okay, so obviously he's conscious.
Mhm.
because it's one of those eye open, looking around kind of things, and
Where are they taking me?
feels himself being dragged, and he's like,
This isn't what I thought was going to happen.
"All right." So that was there. We go. Now the matron, the priestess will step out and look around and scream out something along the lines of, "What the hell is going on here?" Actually, never mind. You wouldn't understand it. She's yelling it out in their.
Unless she
native
does it in
tongue.
undercommon.
Yeah, she doesn't. She does it in Drow. Because, the prisoners might actually know Undercommon.
Note to self:
Undercommon's not
learn
a very
Drow if
common
we
language
live.
now.
Alright, so she is out there. Looks around and sees the unconscious corporal and sees him dragging the unconscious Mai. This guy will respond with some words in kind to her. Dux, what are you doing?
I'm positioning this gemstone between me and the Watchers. And I'm using my bonus action, or I'll use my action to hide behind it. So I'm still like there, but I'm hiding while I'm there.
Okay, you want to give me you trying to hide, or just
So,
be like incognito kind of deal? I mean, I need to know
so I'm
what you're
trying. I want to have an actual hide roll so they can't see me, but I'm not. I'm not going to stop picking. I'm just making it so they can't see me.
Okay,
So you're
can't
just hiding behind the gem, but
can't
you're
see you but can hear you.
You can hear me, but can't see me.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check. Alright, so let me go ahead and give me some perception checks going. 1. Alright. I think that finishes off my advantage and disadvantages.
Was that a disadvantage for
No.
perception check
No, that was an
or
advantage.
advantage?
Which wouldn't have mattered. I mean, I still rolled the same number. So that one right there rolls that one. And let's see. The guy you were talking to. Okay, he doesn't know where you went. I mean, he knows you're there, but he doesn't see you. I think there's one other that can make the roll. Alright, so you think you're hidden.
Okay.
I didn't roll for them to see you. Gotcha. I see what you're trying to do. Alright, so,
Wait, I still have my bonus action.
I know that.
So can I see into this room?
Give me. You already have a very good passive.
23. This is.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see in there.
Okay. So I'm going to shadow step.
Well, hold on. Let's see if you have any shadows to step from.
It's dark down here, ain't it?
I mean, it's dark.
And these mushrooms are glowing
They're casting.
from the
There's a
outside.
gem right here. There's got to be a shadow.
Yeah, there is.
Yep.
All right.
Look, I'm trying my best to keep you from doing what you want to do.
I'm trying my best too.
I know you are. I'm just messing with you. Go for it. All right. So, how far are you jumping?
I'm jumping as far as I can.
Actually, how far can you see?
So I can. So it's not dark, right? It's dim light.
Let's see.
Because there's mushrooms all over that are glowing.
I know, but I got to get rid of that door so we can figure out what you can see there.
Oh, okay.
Because,
Oh, perfect.
So, put.
Oh, it's better than he thought.
Yeah, because there's
So
actually lights
I
in
can
there,
land
too.
on that chair.
Well, not on it because there's no shadow on it. You have to be beside it.
So I'd land like in the shadow around here by the chair.
I was thinking more right here if you can.
Perfect. So like right here?
Yeah.
All right. So I shadow step
All right.
to here.
And why is your vision showing me otherwise?
Now, did I I see that? I mean, I can see in the door. I can't see that chair, but do I see him disappear?
Nope.
Were you actively? I thought you were picking in front of you.
No, I'm just asking because I said as my action, I was keeping an eye on the room.
Yeah, and mine I'm
True.
From where
making
you're
sure to be
at,
focused.
you can see in the room, but you can't see. I mean, he ducked around
Right, I'm
behind
looking
that.
because he was here.
Right. Give me a
I
perception.
knew where he was.
Where he was. 25 stealth. Give me a perception.
Can you hit 25?
Yeah,
Okay.
She's pretty perceptive.
Okay,
but
so
not
no,
today.
he just kind of stepped behind the stone, and you heard him tinking, and all of a sudden you didn't hear him tinking.
Alright.
Is
I'll
that
Alright,
reach out
so
with my mind on my
With
turn.
my passive, I'm like, do you want me to actually roll to look around, or is my passive looking around the casing the room to see if I can see our stuff?
you don't see your stuff?
But I see a door, right?
Yes, you do.
So I want to use my movement to get to the door,
All right.
and I don't have any more actions this round, do I?
No, you don't.
I interact with object.
My heart's beating. Woo! It's going like a mile a minute.
All right. So Maya is unconscious, but she's asleep, so no need to roll there. Sergeant Rock, anything you're doing?
I will stick with my plan. So I will try
Your
to cast
plan?
a spell. Yeah, it's not much of a plan. So I'm going to use my advantage that I got to try and get a better Arcana or Charisma check.
Oh yeah, you're where you can cast magic.
Yeah. And I'm going to try to cast Darkness.
Okay. Where at?
Well, right where I am. I like being in the darkness.
Are you gonna throw a lightning bolt at the darkness, or magic missile? You magic missile the darkness.
Yeah, magic missile's a good one.
All right. So darkness, where you're at. So let's see.
If Dan wasn't planning on really killing us right away, but maybe he will now.
So,
Yeah, you know, hey, I'm here to help, but they're on their way. Fuck it. Let's start a fire.
As I do it, I go, hey, who cast darkness? You stupid elves with your stupid darkness. I can't see shit. I'm just carrying on about it, going, I was just going to get back to work. Now I can't see anything. Blah, blah, blah.
Is that a 20-foot diameter?
60.
15
No,
foot
that's
radius.
the range. 15.
30-foot diameter.
Right? It says right there in the, 30
Yeah,
foot diameter.
I was
15 radius.
There you go.
Yeah.
So the two humans that are sitting there just start screaming.
I make
Oh.
it pretty clear that I'm not the one who cast that. There's some drow doing their little drow darkness crap. They did that. I don't know why they're doing that. But clearly I can't see at all.
It's not his turn. All right, so Surge, you notice this glow of absolute darkness pop up in the corner right there where Sergeant Rock was at.
I can't see in it, and he said someone's casting spells on him, and I'm gonna believe him even with a natural 20. No, I can. No, insight I'm good at. Deception I'm shit. So no, I could believe him, but I'm just gonna step over this way and
You're gonna
down to
step
here.
into the darkness?
Just be like, nope, I don't want anything to do with that. You can still see me. I'm hitting rocks. Like, I have no
Lisa?
idea what's going on. It's like, how are you? I'd like to insight to see if that is rock or. Actually, my passive insight doesn't beat it. So,
So, Belfie, what's your passive
Yeah, no, I'm just-
perception?
Crap.
Well, give me an active perception then. For you.
I think her
My
passive is like a
passive is a
15 or
16.
Then it's good enough.
I'll just tell you. it's like,
16
I
is
think
not crap
Someone's
for
casting
passive.
spells.
No,
Compared to some other people in our group.
The guy who's been having a conversation with ducks
Mhm.
just looks your direction, runs his finger on his leg, and pretty much all you're getting is, well, fuck.
Yeah.
I told him shit was about to get real.
Yeah,
I just
and
just
and his
shake my head and go, I know. Back.
it's one of those good luck kind of comments now. All right. Well,
And
since
I would respond with, "Can you drop a key?"
all right. Well,
These
actually, you know what he will do? He will move over here as if he's looking for ducks. And you will notice you see him reach in his pocket, and then he puts his hand on the stone next to him as he's looking around, and you swear you saw him slip something into one of the cracks.
Fair enough.
And then he'll walk out the other side and walk over here and start talking to this drow. But here's the fun part. These guys
ducks
turn.
ain't there.
Your idea of fun is weird.
Well, it's these guys' turn, and they've noticed that, okay, well, everything that's going on out here is taken care of, so we can go back inside.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit.
There's just a big dark corner over there.
There's a
This
big
is
dark
fine.
corner and people are getting all freaking out. No way. They'd be like, oh, let's just go back inside. I'm sorry.
Darkness.
I want to throw the bullshit flag on that one. Flag on the play.
Well, look,
Yeah.
nobody else in the party is doing anything. The two troublemakers are unconscious.
But
They don't
there's a-
see you.
I moved.
I'm gonna be
I'm
hiding
sure
for
it doesn't
a
make a
long
fucking
time,
fucking
I
difference, but
And they're pretty certain that whatever the darkness is a part of, the ones that are out there can handle it. But that's what Squid Face is for. So yeah, he will turn and move as if he's going back in, but he'll have to wait for the priestess because she is actually in the way. And this guy will step back out of the darkness. And he will. What will he do?
What, Willie? What?
What
He'll
will
whip the other drow that's in there.
All right, so he has put the whip on his hip and has pulled out his hand crossbow. And he knows that they can't cast or innate spells because of the things. So what will he do? Let's see if I can inquire about your deception there, shall we? That's a wisdom base, isn't it?
yeah. Probably
Insight.
insight.
Yeah, insight.
Well, yes. I mean, if he's not trained in insight, it's a wisdom base.
Yeah.
It will be fine.
So no, he, I guess, falls for your deception that you had no idea who did it. So now he's got to figure out which one of your party members did it because his guys didn't do it.
It wasn't me.
But he knows that all drow can cast it.
Yep, but he also knows that his men aren't allowed to. Magic stops it. You know, he trusts his soldiers. Well, as far as a drow can trust him. So yeah, he will be a little leery, but we have an unconscious. So let's just throw her in the cell here for now. Shut the door. All right, who's next? It was him. All right, so he will move forward, or actually kind of glide forward. Look over in your direction,
You're who?
the darkness direction. So what do I want to do that would try to figure out what's going on over there? Okay, so he's doing something. And then all of a sudden he will kind of looks like he sinks into the stone.
Good riddance.
All right, so this guy here will turn to move back inside as soon as the priestess gets the fell out of the way.
Wait, so this guy just cast magic?
Yes,
That or an innate ability of some sort.
yes, he just did something.
Wasn't magic.
This is fine.
Now remember what he is.
I'm just.
The ones we fought were
Magic's still
underwater.
magic. I mean, if he has psionic abilities that can make him meld into stone, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's all his abilities are psionics. You know, that's the reason they brought him here. Is because he can use his abilities. That was one of the things during the time of troubles when magic was awry that the psionic family gained more prominence in the Drow cities because their abilities were not hindered by lack of magic. All right, so who are we dealing with now? Okay, you still have a ways before she goes back in, right? Yep. All right, so he will get back in his same position. This one here will step back and out of it. Look at the guy with the whip and shake his head that he didn't do it. And point his crossbow towards the darkness. May I? You are conscious and being dragged across the ground.
I'll continue to be drugged.
All right. Let's see. Who's the next one in line?
Did he drag me any further, or?
Well, it's not his
He
turn.
was-
It's not his
yeah,
turn.
it was.
It was your turn.
He goes after you.
I thought he went before me.
Nope.
Nope.
Because you were
Oh.
conscious after your death save roll last round.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a 7. Never
All
mind.
right. So, Belfi, it's up to you.
You're between these two.
Mhm.
Do I feel like they're taking any notice to me personally at this point? They're all focused on the darkness and the unconscious folk.
Well, you've got one guy who's got a crossbow there watching you in case you do anything stupid.
Yeah. I'm just I don't want to. Okay. I'm going to oh, this is gonna suck. All right. I'm going to use my pickaxe, cutting the stone down as we are directed. And I am God, this is gonna go so bad, ducks. Don't like it. I'm going to cut, and as I come up, I'm going to try and let it loose in such a way that it clinks not on this person, but like towards them, but make it look like it was an accident.
Okay.
Or like you did on day 1?
Yeah, but that was a different situation. Yeah, but like biglier.
What? Did you say biglier?
Yep, we're making up words because I'm being asked to do things
Oh.
in my mind space that I don't want to do. But I understand the need. So I want to. How far back could I fling the axe by accident?
How far back? Probably maybe 15 feet.
Far enough to hit Marcus.
Maybe 20 feet. Yeah, you can land. If you roll a 1, you'll hit Marcus in the head with the point.
I really want to go farther.
I know what you're trying to do.
Okay.
You're being told to throw your pickaxe at the priestess to get her attention your direction.
I don't know what you're talking about. Those weren't the words. It was just similar.
You don't
But yeah,
say.
I'm going to try and throw the pickaxe in a way that would garner her attention, but I want it to look like I'm an idiot because obviously I am.
And you just want to throw. I mean, describe this and make some rolls for me, and we'll see how.
I am pickaxe, big one back, down, and as I come back after a large hit, it's going to back
and
as far as I
you
can.
do or you don't wish to hit anybody.
Chuck it.
She's just throwing it behind her. as far as
Yeah,
she
I
can.
want to get. Ideally, I want to get within 10 feet of her, enough to get her attention. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that.
Well, let's see.
Oh my god.
Why don't you roll me? Roll me a range attack. So a D20,
Dexterity.
a D20 plus dexterity.
I'm going to use one of my advantages.
Are you proficient with Warpick?
I'm proficient with. Is it a
Shorts-
simple weapon?
Don't think Warpick's a
It's
simple.
a martial weapon.
So no.
No, but I'm going to use the advantage that I got.
All right. So
Um,
let's see how well you do with that roll. Now I will tell you,
Sure.
if you roll a 1, you kill Marcus.
She can't roll a 1. She's a halfling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be very hard for her. It's
Yeah,
not
well,
impossible.
Right. If she
I
rolls
could.
another-
I'm sure I could. But it's a 20.
Okay, so I will let you roll me a D10.
That's a 2.
Yep, that's a 2. So it hits right here.
That didn't work.
With a D20 roll, I will say it actually hit here. So it flies right past this one, and he turns towards you.
Yeah.
It sees
Yep.
that your back is to him, so you know what? He's going to fire anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
Are
That'll-
you looking around like you lost it?
I mean, I would be. I would have rolled I would like to roll a deception to see if it's believable that it was an accident.
Go ahead. But then again, we are dealing with drown. They're not very compassionate creatures, so
Oh yeah, no, I am sure. Not advantage, normal roll. 22.
let's see. We'll check our. Okay. Yeah. He believes you are incompetent, and that's what happened there.
It's true. I could have
So,
gotten it much farther.
For
if I was
your
not-
incompetence, you take 10 points of piercing as you're hit with a bolt,
Mhm,
and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Right. Let me just add that real quick. Con saving throw. I have a few of these advantages. We are going to burn them. That didn't matter.
Just made you really insist on
So
that.
you just pretty much pass out.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely didn't have any plans to go pick up any item that was dropped down for me from my GUI reward. Nope. Definitely was not going to do that.
Yeah, it's interesting how that seems to be the case here, huh? I even tell you where it's put, so you can go get it.
I know.
Everything.
I was on my way.
All right, so you're unconscious.
Yep.
This one here notices all the commotion, moves in, pulls a crossbow out,
Right.
says some sort of harsh words to this male that decided to keep her preoccupied. She's got a bead on Surge, but does not fire because Surge does not seem to be doing
ting,
anything.
ting, ting.
All right, so this one, I believe, is the next one up. Is this one? Yep. Since this is the one that fired at you, she'll come grab you, drag you, and throw you in a room. Nope, can't do that room because for some reason somebody's got darkness on it.
Yeah.
So pick you up, you're a halfling, throw you on his shoulders. And we'll just put you in there. Just throws your limp, unconscious body in there. When you land in there, you, I guess you take enough damage.
Toss the halfling.
Yeah, just kind of throws you in there. So you hit the ground. You'll take
Yep, that checks
You'll
out.
take about, man, that's a lot of damage.
Here, Ducks, that was for you.
Yeah, you'll take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground rather hard in there.
Sure, that checks out.
But she's very light, so hard isn't that hard.
All right, so this guy will continue to drag May over here to the stone, and with the help of the girl here, we'll strap May to the stone.
Oh. Well,
Good
Oh,
plan. It's a good thing you didn't want any help at all.
So yeah, your hands are like pulled back behind you, and you're strapped to the stone. with your feet barely touching the ground.
Have I seen that
Okay.
movie? What's happening here?
You might have. I think there's a movie that's got something similar to that in it. All right, so that was them. The matron's like shakes her head, turns around. And you did not roll the stealth check once you made it in here, did you? Did you? I didn't see one.
So I didn't roll, but I said I was. I mean, whatever. Do you want me to?
He
So
doesn't leave.
my
Yeah,
action
sit-
was to stealth.
Yeah.
Shadow
You
step
stealth in the
doesn't,
beginning.
doesn't stop your stealth.
You stealth.
Yeah. Unless there's been a test since his initial
Yeah,
Yeah,
stealth
so
roll.
shadow step doesn't stop your
So
stealth.
you
roll.
have a 25 stealth. So let's
I
see
do.
as she walks in here. Does she actually see you?
I hope not.
We'll see. No, it appears that she's not paying enough attention. She walks back over and sits down in her chair.
He's
I am little.
And there's a bed between you guys, so maybe from her angle she just didn't see you. Or you heard her come in and you ducked down. And with that, these guys will finish their action and come in and stand right here. Alright, so that's them. Well, there are 3 drow in the room with you now.
Yeah, I can see that. So this door that I'm at,
Yes.
what kind of door is it?
Looks like a barred wooden door with steel slats.
Is it kind of is it very well made, or is it kind of just thrown together? Is there gaps
It looks
in it?
like it's very well made.
There's no gaps around it.
Well, I mean, there might be.
So I'm gonna, if there's a gap
On the
around the
bottom.
door,
I mean, if you can turn your head right, there's a little bit of a gap on the bottom.
okay, I'm gonna shadow step into the room.
All right, shadow step into the room.
Whew. And it's dark.
Can you see your miniature?
I can.
Okay, then that's fine.
And I'm going to carefully search this room.
Apparently, you have advantage from ducks from Kurt.
Thank you. So, would you want me to roll the search? What do you want me to do?
Yes. Give me an investigation at disadvantage.
So normal.
Do you have
I
advantage?
have advantage, and it's at disadvantage, so just a straight roll.
You want to give me a straight roll. Now, I mean, you just, how you searching? I mean, the room is pitch black.
Well, you know, rogues, we're trained on how to do stuff by insight, by touch and tactile, and I also have a 23 perception. So I'm going to be taking very careful steps, making sure I don't jostle anything as I go around, and I'm searching for our stuff. What?
Sergeant Rock says Rock needs advantage.
casting it up myself because I'm gonna blow the roll.
Well, you've got
But I
2
think-
apparently. Marcus gave you another one.
Oh, sorry. So 19 for my investigation.
19. You find,
Our stuff.
well, as you're searching, you find crates and barrels with food and other items in it. But it's going to take you a while. You're not going to find all your stuff in one round.
That's fine.
So you're feeling around in here and you're trying to be as quiet as possible so that nobody can hear you.
And so my stealth is still active at a 25 as
Yes.
I'm searching with a 19.
Yes. So I'm going to say eventually you're going to find some things. But it's going to take longer than 6 seconds to search an entire
Oh,
room
yeah,
in
got
pitch
it.
black. So with that, she's asleep. Actually, she's probably not asleep. No, she's kind of heavier. They would have drug her in and just dropped her feet on the ground. All right, Sergeant Rock, what is it you're planning on doing here? You still have these 2 humans over here screaming
Yeah,
because they have no idea what's going on. They're sure they're about to die.
they're safer than anybody. I am going to cast a powerful spell. If I can get this off with my newly applied advantage.
Wait, so is your witch sight working now? So you can see
witch
through your
sight-
darkness?
Well, that's been working anyway. I get the spell off. I'm casting minor illusion. Get this. It's technically a statue, but it's a nicely colored statue of a a gnome hanging on the dome of the covering the glyph over here, all swathed in black. He's dressed ninja style. It looks like he just froze because he's been cut. And I cast it, and then I go, that gnome cast the darkness. I know it was him.
You have a couple more advantages if you so choose to want them.
Yeah, so the deception check.
I think I'll use advantage of the deception check to make him shoot the dome.
Because I
Because
think
I
you
want
had
them.
3, now 2, now
Nice.
1.
Nice. There's a gnome hiding over the dome.
They should shoot the dome.
All right, so
Dude,
let's.
Wait, did you put it over?
That's
Did
what
you
they
put it over
want.
this one?
He
That
put
was
over the
already
middle one.
damaged by a corporal.
He put over
Middle.
the middle one.
Oh, you put it over this one.
I don't think I have range to get over to that other one.
It's 35 feet.
All right,
Well, I guess plus up.
Well, you think they're fooled, and actually, with isn't there like a DC to see through your illusion for a case like that?
Yeah, it's a
DC.
DC 20 there, but it's an intelligence check. Here, I'll put it up.
So,
Intelligence
uh,
saving throw.
so it's an pretty much like a intelligence check. To
Oh, it's
see
an
if-
investigation. So if they have proficiency in investigation, then it gets easier.
But
Oh,
the
so yeah,
DC for you is what?
So it's the
20.
20. He rolls the DC, and then they have to roll against his deception.
Okay, that's what I was checking to make sure. They didn't make it, so I knew there was like some sort of spell magic DC, blah blah blah, that I have to go through. All right, so with that, it looks like they believe you. Surge, do you hear this? There's a gnome up there. He must have cast it.
Yeah, I had an idea of what I was gonna do, and then everything's just gone haywire.
And Rock, apparently you have another advantage.
Yeah, he has 1 left because he used 2 of the 3. When the Illithid went into the ground, the spell. Did I recognize the spell? I believe if it's what I'm thinking it is, it might be on my spell list as well. Yeah,
Let's
I,
give me. I can't say Arcana. Well, I mean, you can give me an Arcana if you got it, or
I mean, it's in my spell list if it's the one I think it is. The
What
one
do
I
you
think it
think
is
it is?
meld into stone is what it
okay.
is the only one I can think of unless
Then
it's
yes,
an even
you would
higher level.
you would recognize it, but you'd recognize the way he did it was a little different than the way you do it.
Okay, so I know from knowing that spell, if it's the same one I have, he's gonna show up in that exact same spot. If it's the one I have, unless it's any different. So I'm gonna look at the 2 that are or the 1 or the 2 that are strapping up May I, and just be like, ting, 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 dodge action, in case anything happens.
Okay.
I'm just not
Looking in.
causing any trouble, nothing at all, just doing my own thing. Cause shit went south quick. Did I also see the? No, I wasn't really paying attention, but yeah. Did I see the one put the key into the crystal?
You saw the one slide something into the crystal slot.
Yes, something, not exactly what it was, but just
Yeah.
something.
Something that fits in a little slot in the crystals.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing anything. It's like I got this gem in front of me.
All right, so let's see who we got next. Okay, so this guy will move over here, I guess, and well, no, he saw that guy do that. He'll just move over here out of the way then. All right, that's that one. Yeah. All right,
think
those
he's-
guys.
I think to protect his cover, he should shoot at the gnome. The ninja gnome.
All right, so that's everybody inside. Where's he at? Okay, so this one here. Will, where's it at? There it is. Turn and fire. All right, and This one here. Oh, who's next? This one. He will back up here, aim up, and shoot at it as well. Okay.
That gnome is screwed.
Yeah, as they're shooting at it, Rock, who they can't see in here, right? And there's a bunch of screaming of these humans over there, but he's cupping his wife. He's going, ah, oh, ah, like the gnome's getting shot. Stop shooting me, please.
All right. So.
I gotta make that deception 20 continue to work.
All right. So that's that. Let's take ourselves a quick, say, 10-minute break. It is 9 o'clock. I'm sure people would like to take a moment to use the restroom, get drinks, and what have you. And we'll pick back up with a very groggy Brother May I be tied to a rock now. And not the rock he's been running around with all this time. So, don't go
I'll
too
still
far,
play
ladies and
dead.
gentlemen.
Corporal's tied to that rock.
Let's check one more time.
Corporal got thrown into a cell.
I was making a joke about the
Oh, that
wedding with
rock,
the
I see.
horns.
If you haven't had a chance to check out the GUI Kickstarter, you have at least 57 minutes to go. We are currently at 131,500 on the how much we've raised so far for the GUI Kickstarter. So if you've not had a chance while we're on break, go check that out. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes. All right, looks like we're all back and ready to continue. So, May I, you are now strapped to a stone with your feet.
And my hands are behind my back.
Well, they're kind of up in the air behind you,
Okay.
as if they're trying to chain it around to the back of the stone.
Okay.
Like
Chain?
a chiropractic adjustment.
Yes, chain.
Okay.
And it looks like they've done something similar before.
Yeah.
You can see the dried blood and stuff from your angle where you're at.
Well, I'm keeping my eyes closed and just playing
Possum.
dead. Yeah.
Okay, Belfie. You are conscious and in the room, but the door is now closed.
I'm awake now.
Well, yeah, you took a point of damage, so that wakes you up.
Okay. All right, just making sure. Double, quadruple checking here. I'm gonna go to the door. Now, Corporal is unconscious as well, correct?
Yes.
Can I slap her awake at all?
I mean, yeah, if you want to.
Just an action to shake him up.
I mean, what's she gonna do? Dan, is anyone else running her character?
I mean, there's not a whole lot she can really do, though. I mean, plus,
Sounds like Curtis just volunteered.
Well, without magic, she can't do much, but Curtis can run it because you have her
I mean-
sheet, right?
yeah. Well, I mean, I have it. I
Yay!
can
I wake
roll
her up.
off it.
All right, she's awake.
And then I'm going to get close to the door and just try and listen to see if they're still right outside my door or not. Since I can't
Oh, you're
see
hearing crossbow bolts hitting the wall above you.
Mm.
And something about a gnome up there.
So maybe she can do magic in a little bit. Who knows? That's all I can really do.
All right, so with the notion of a gnome, that changes a few things. Wait a minute, the gnome came. When did the gnome come?
After the darkness.
And after the guys went. No? It was before they went inside, wasn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
on Rock's turn.
All right.
It's on my, and then
Yeah, they had already gone inside the room before the gnome came.
no.
Yeah, because they've done a whole round
Oh, yeah,
sitting in here.
yeah, because that was last turn that they went in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So when it comes to another turn. All right. So yeah, you hear that going on outside. Anything you want to do? You woke her up, so that was your action.
Yeah, that was my action. I mean,
All right. Well, this one here will make sure she keeps a bead on Surge to make sure he doesn't do anything. This one here will back up to get a proper aim and angle at the gnome and fire.
The gnome yelps.
No, the gnome doesn't yelp. Well, does the gnome yelp?
The gnome appears to yelp.
Okay, the gnome appears to yelp as a bolt hits about 3 feet to its left.
So he was scared.
All right, this one here is going to finish shackling you to the stone.
Okay.
Make your mother hears the commotion again. She's going to get up, walk outside, and yell something in. Let's see, before that happens. Let's see what her. I had to beat a 20. Okay, well, that didn't beat the 20. That is a. It was a wisdom check, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Intelligence check. It's investigation.
All right. So that's. Let's see. Get back down here to her. What can she do? Nothing at the moment.
Fireball.
Well, if she could do that, she would have already done that. Along with other things.
Yeah.
So yeah, she will scream out some exploratives in her native tongue. And we will go to Todd, who is searching the room diligently. You find old weapons, old armor. Like I said, food, some water, maybe some wine. We'll say it takes you about 5 more rounds, and yes, you will find your stuff as well as you do find what looks like a broken choker of sorts.
Joker.
Mm-hmm. It's got
Okay.
a stone in the front, a broken lock in the back.
I will take it. I'll put it in my homemade pouch.
It's what was it made of? I want to say it's made of might have been made of brass with a solid red stone in the front. It's been a while. But yeah, 5 rounds you will have found everything. So is anybody else other than to deal with the gnome? Anybody else plan on doing any kind of actions?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I'll have to recast the spell and make it look like the gnome is moving. I can get the success on the.
So I have a question, Dan,
Mm-hmm.
out of character.
Yeah.
So if they've been shooting crossbow bolts at this gnome, and if it did somehow successfully destroy the glyph, would we notice or casters notice?
Well, no, not yet.
Okay.
I say that because the only person casting spells is Sergeant Rock, and he didn't do a very good job with his charisma check there.
That's what I'm saying. Would it get easier if that glyph was destroyed because now the anti-magic field has been further suppressed? That's what I'm wondering.
It's a possibility. I mean, if it does get broken.
So I'm not able to change it. The minor illusion spell just lasts without concentration. It just looks like the gnome isn't moving. And the main thing I'm after is I want this guy to crack the gnome with his nuclear-powered whip that does 100 points of damage per hit. Because that probably busts the rock.
The only problem with that is that nuclear power of damage that he causes is from poison damage, and rocks don't take poison damage. So, I mean, he can crack at it with his whip when it's his turn.
Well, that's what I'm hoping he does.
Serge, you still tinking away?
Yeah, I'm doing my best to not bring any attention to myself.
All right. Well, these two guys will come out now.
One more thing I can do on my turn. Let me check the range. Magical. Yeah, he's range. I will do healing light, which isn't regular magic. It's bestowed from my god. I'll do maximum amount of healing light on May-I, so that when he gets beheaded, he'll still have a few hit points.
When he gets beheaded.
Nice.
That's, yep. Oh.
So that's
A
one.
single 6 in there, way below average. Like, yeah, you got 10 hit points or something. So
Sure, it's going to be fine.
Don't you get more hit points though than normal? May I?
No, not from stuff like that.
He would heal max if someone was at 0 hit points, I think. That's the
Yeah.
deal, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So
So-
let's see.
this weird little medic comes out of nowhere and doctors him up while he's hanging there.
So now they know I'm alive.
Yep. All right, those fire a little wide. Let's see, that was his
There's
go.
a missing deliberately.
I feel like we as a group collectively do not have great ideas.
I think my idea was great.
Well, I mean, there's
Complete
more
flop.
on the way. Okay, we just have to not fuck anything up. Proceed to fuck everything up.
Immediately.
Well, I don't talk these cans, so why would I know?
All right.
We're gonna
Rocky
behead someone if you
knows-
keep acting up. Immediately act up.
That
Yeah,
I
Rocky
forgot
knows-
about.
that our shadow stepper is shadow stepping around. So I wanted to give him some really good shadow steps to step to if he was able to do that. But he doesn't really know exactly where that guy went.
Whose turn is it now? Gone.
That guy sees a gnome. He should use a full-on lightning bolt to blast the gnome to smithereens.
All right. Yes, he casts a large ability. Only problem is the large ability does nothing, and he's a little confused by it. And that's it for his turn. Okay, and he's already fired his. I guess he'll fire. Okay. All right, so you've been healed, may I, and you're strapped to this rock.
Would I know one, their god or goddess, being a cleric myself?
Would you know what their goddess is?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah. Well, you also have
Ro-
Silver Tom, who's the Drow warrior god.
So roll me a religion check, because you have seen their priestess step out.
Really?
That's what it looks like. You're certain you've never seen this particular religious symbol before.
Okay. But I would have heard of Loth at least, right?
No,
No?
because
Okay.
Loth doesn't exist in this world.
You're convinced that Shelob, Ungoliant, from a totally different mythology.
Well, shit. And they saw the burning light, huh?
You mean
Actually,
the little medic that came up and started patching you up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he might have just come out and stabilize you. They don't necessarily know that he healed you for hit points. He just went and doctored on you for a sec. For the first
And
thing.
they don't know if I'm not already past the healing point. So I'll continue to play dead for one more round. Do I need to roll a deception on that?
Yes, please. As long as it's as good as your religion check, I'll be happy.
Can it be an insight instead?
Seeing as how they already knew you weren't unconscious because you rolled a 6 and a 7 last time you tried to see them.
Maybe the injection, yeah.
What do you have advantage?
No, I double clicked accidentally. Oh, I can give myself advantage real quick.
Too late. You've already rolled. All right. So yeah, they know that you're conscious and you've been healed, and yeah, it's all noticed. All right. So
Okay.
Belfie, yeah, you're hearing crossbow bolts hitting the stones and stuff above your door.
Right. Am I able to see underneath the door how close their feet are or anything like that?
I would say no because I don't think I let the The crack was too small even for ducks to look under.
Okay. I don't think there's anything I can do right now. I don't want to use the only lockpick stuff that I have. I'm not going to lick the sleepy time bolt myself. It's tempting.
Sure you
It's
don't want to go back
tempting.
to sleep?
Yeah, I'm going to try and go ahead and have a rest because I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm going to stay against the door or like right next to it. So if they open it, I'm not going to fall out. But right next to the door and sit and have myself a nice little nothing. I'm not doing anything, Dan.
Okay. How long does your image last?
1 minute, 10 rounds.
All right, so
But I imagine at this point, with all the shooting at it, even though I'm making noises that are pretty credible, they might just get advantage on their checks to.
yeah, that's what I was
Determine-
about to do. We'll go her first.
Oh, you know what? The DC is actually only 18.
Oh, well, that's the case.
Five. No, it should still be 20. Oh, it's not enhanced by the.
The rod.
Yeah, it's 20.
And that was without the rod's benefit.
Yeah, because it's normally 21 for him.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it should just. Oh no, it is 18. It's 20 when I have the armor on.
Oh,
It's because it's 8 plus my charisma mod of 5 and my proficiency modifier, which is 5. So
All right.
18.
Well, it doesn't take but a few more rounds, and they're like, the priestess hollers out for them in some language, and they all stop firing at it. And it's still sitting there, not moving.
Yep.
So I'm going to take us out of initiative.
Okay.
Like I said, it takes about. Well, see, even half 5 rounds is only 30 seconds. You're able to find your stuff, ducks, without a problem. I mean, yeah, it takes a little while because you're, reaching around in the dark, but you're able to find it eventually.
Okay, so I want to. Well, if I found our stuff, that means I have a light source. So I'm going to sort the stuff, and anything that I can, I'm going to put into my 2 bags of holding. And then I'm going to strap those to my belly.
Uh-huh.
They're
so
just
that they... What?
they're just bags right now.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know that. This room I'm in, is it part of the anti-magic zone?
It does seem to be within range.
So I'm figuring out, taking everything, and I'm taking everyone's stuff and I'm putting it in the bag of holding.
And as you go to put it in the bag, you're realizing you can't put everything in the bag because
Okay.
it's not a extra dimensional space at the moment.
Okay, so they're just bags right now.
Mhm.
All right. So then I'm going to. I'm still going to keep the same plan. I'm going to strap the bags of holdings to myself and then make it look, just put it underneath my clothes. And then I'm going to only take small things like Belfie's daggers and stuff like that that'll fit in the bags as normal bags.
Mhm.
And
A hand crossbow small? Is a hand crossbow real
yeah,
small?
it's small. It's small.
Hmm.
Anyway, so I'm gonna put them all in the bags, everything I can, and then I'm gonna put the bags underneath me so that it doesn't look too bulky. I just look a little bit bigger, I guess, a little heftier. And then I'm going to go back to the door.
Okay.
So at the door, I look underneath. Well, actually, so I'm going to shadow step to the side of the bed, like right here, because I can see that from the door.
All right.
And so when I get in there and I'm looking, 23, do I see anyone?
Well, at this particular point in time, they're dealing with the mess of a weird gnome outside, so I'm going to say no.
Okay.
The
I'm
room
gonna
is.
go back over to where I originally came into the room.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna shadow step back out to my little place where I started from.
You'll have to wait.
Okay.
Because the door is currently closed.
I thought you wait. So they stepped out and closed it.
Yeah, stepped out and closed it behind them.
Shit. Okay. Well, I'm still hiding behind, like by this chair, getting ready, waiting for the door to open.
All right.
So I'm holding an action or a bonus action, and I'm going to shadow step back to my stalactite as soon as the door opens, or my like little outcrop that I'm mining on.
I got you. How long's your globe last?
10 minutes. I do have to concentrate on it.
But okay, so after a little while, your illusion disappears. So, what does he do? And realizing it's not real anyway, when his telekinesis didn't throw it halfway across the room. All right, so they're going to line everybody up right here. And those who are able to move on their own accord, miniature-wise, you are instructed to line up right there.
So can I hear them talking?
Yes, you can
So
hear.
then I'm going to go over to the door. Are there cracks around the door, or is it a really tight door?
It's a pretty decent seal, but I'm gonna say
Is it underneath? Does it have a crack?
it's like your exterior door for your house.
Okay. So then I'm gonna use that crack to shadow step back to my spot, and then come out from behind the stalagmite and line up with everyone else.
You have advantage, by the way.
Okay. So do you want me to roll something, or we
Yeah,
just-
you give me a perception.
23 is my passive.
Well, I know they don't roll anything. So, like I said, it's like
31.
You just we'll just say you crack the door a little on your own, because
Okay,
you can't
and then
see
I'm gonna
under
shadow
it. Like
step.
I said, it's like an exterior door. You can't see under it.
Okay, so I shadow step back to here.
All right, and you want to give me, say, maybe another stealth check while you're there or something?
Yeah.
I'm thinking there's a really big shadow you can see too. You could step into.
Into the darkness. No, I want to go back to where I started from, just in case anyone remembers.
From his angle, he could not see your globe.
Oh yeah, I couldn't.
Oh, is the door for the cell over here locked?
Yeah, they're all locked, closed and locked back up.
So,
So-
26 to my stealth.
All right, noted.
So Rock can't just go back into his cell and act like he went to sleep.
Nope, they're asking out. They're demanding everybody to line up right here.
All right, Rocco, come out. But he's leaving the darkness there. It's actually on an object, so he drops a bit of diamond that has a darkness on it, where this light was.
Well, it still shows that you have it on you, doesn't it?
Here, I'll put out a spell marker.
No, I'll. There.
He comes out and he's all mumbling about, in his own voice, about, "Oh, does that gnome gone? I think that guy might have been dangerous. I was safer in the dark."
All right, so with that, you guys are all lined up.
Lightning bolt.
And tears. No.
Okay, so you're strapped to this rock, so I'm just going to set you on the rock.
Okay.
All right, everybody has crossbows aimed in your direction. She's drug out. turn to face you. And this guy
Who's
will-
that?
It's one of the human prisoners that was here
Yeah.
before us.
Oh,
I think she's losing her head.
She is put on her knees, and one of the guys who stays with the priestess at all times pulls out this large, like dark as night sword, and removes her head.
Rock salutes.
I'm sorry, NPC. Marcus decided he wanted to make armor and maybe lose your head.
You'll visibly see Belfie start to silently cry.
I pat her on the back.
I did warn you if there was any issues that someone was losing their head. So the only person you have to blame is yourself.
No, you killed her.
No,
We didn't.
I was but the instrument. You
No,
were the
that's
one that killed
stupid.
her.
You're a moron. We know who killed her, and it's you. For no reason. You're
So
a creep.
one of the drow will carry her body, headless body, and throw it into the second cell. And then put her head on the ground in front of Brother May-I.
When they were dragging her body back to the cell, I turn and I follow them dragging her body, and I look up and see if the glyph is still there.
The rock around the glyph is gone.
But the glyph is still there.
The glyph is still there. But there was enough damage that they broke all the stone away from it. Now, if there's any more, then 2 will roll. So I suggest you get back to work.
Okay, I'll go back to my outcrop and start working.
Move along, creep. I work right there. I'm talking to this guy.
Yep, and he just stares you down.
I start working.
Find
on it. Right
another
there.
spot.
If he wants to be right next to me, I'll just start working right there. From where I am.
Those 2 are sent back to continue sorting through the rocks. He will take up his position. These 2 will go back inside. Or these 3. 4, whatever. And because of all the nice fun and games, this one will stay out here for a while.
That's the
Is this
Zoidberg?
one the spy?
No, spy is this one up here.
Okay.
We put a marker on him
Why would I do that?
because you're a nice DM who just decapitated an NPC.
She's only a 19-year-old girl.
Thank you.
And I didn't decapitate her. You guys did with your shenanigans.
Nope.
No.
You guys, you did
That's
Yep.
not,
sick. Oh
that's
yeah,
not
you're the
accurate
murderer
at all.
That's a clever way for a murdering thug to put it on somebody else.
In that logic, it is still their fault because they brought us here.
Yeah.
She had a very bright future ahead of her anyway. I don't think that.
Blame Melina. She's the one that got me captured.
Who, if you've noticed, has not been here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So as I'm picking away, do I see anything strange in my spot? With a
See-
23 passive perception.
You do notice there is something in a crevice in one of the stones nearby, yes.
Okay. I stealthily pick it up.
Easy enough to do. It's a ring.
And I examine it as I put it into my, secrete it carefully in one of my pouches.
Looks something like that.
Okay, nice.
which, of course, belongs to Tara.
Shh. Shh. All right, and I mentally reach out to Belfie
Hmm?
and let her know that we need to get into this cell when we return tonight with Rock.
I just nod as I'm working.
And then I tell Rock the same thing. Because they threw
Yeah.
Corporal in the middle one, so we're good. And I guess there's also one less prisoner this time, so.
Woo.
Too soon.
Fine.
All right. So we'll say you guys are 5 hours into your workday.
Okay. I'm going to mentally reach out to Sneaky Spy Man
Yes.
and in Thieves' Cant, using a disguised voice or disguised thought pattern, I'm going to ask him what his plan is for getting us out.
Plan is not mine. The plan is my master's. By the
And it
way,
is.
why did you disguise your thought pattern when clearly I've been discussing things with one halfling only?
Well, I thought that Belfie also talked to him.
Nope.
No, I gave it. I talked in Thieves' Cant to him when he said, "Good luck" or something.
Yeah, because
sarcastic
she
like that.
talked to him before she
He
threw the
totally had an
pickaxe.
exchange with me.
Okay. But you're also a she.
I said it was disguised. I didn't say how it was disguised.
Did you disguise it like this?
Why not?
So many reasons. But whatever.
Well, there was a plan to extract you and your friends.
Now we're screwed.
I don't know how well that plan will work now after the, I think you surface dwellers call it shit show I just witnessed.
Yeah, he was playing with some shitty straw.
Yes, well, as it appears, there's one less EO group for me to, for us to work on extracting, so. Do you have any more surprises that I might need to react to in a different way before my benefactor arrives with the remainder of our unit?
How long?
Within the day, I'm certain.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll
granted,
make sure that no one does anything stupid. Again.
I think my action was stupid enough to get the stone cover broken off of that one glove.
of course, it does make it difficult with Balamar there, but I'm certain we'll be able to come to an arrangement.
Okay. Let us know what you guys need us to do.
For now, I'd suggest break rocks and make sure that stuff underneath your outfit there is not noticed.
Oh, come now. Am I fat?
Like, really?
Let's just say I searched around the stone for you a moment ago and noticed you weren't there. Now you'll come back looking 10 pounds heavier.
Well, at least it was goodly proportioned. The clothes are already really baggy. I look fat as it is. So while I'm picking, I make sure that I don't overexert myself because I don't want to profile anything.
Mm-hmm. He does make a comment along the lines he is surprised that more of you have not been summarily executed for some of the actions he's heard that you've done and has seen for himself.
Well, we have a eclectic
Halfling luck.
group.
No?
Rock has been a model prisoner.
Yeah. All
10,
gnomes
10
aside.
hours. Unless
I'm
you
gonna go
guys
get a
have
drink.
anything else you want to say or do prior to the end of the workday.
No, I would just like to point out that I am not as enthusiastically picking, trying to reserve some energy, but still doing just enough to not look awful.
So I go get a drink, and then when I come back and work next to Belfi.
All right.
Now, in those 10 hours, would I have gotten a long rest?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how restful it would have been, being held up strictly by your arms backwards, but
Don't kink shame me.
I mean, if you want, I'll turn the big guy around. He can whip you some more.
Ooh.
Do it on your own time.
At least break his nose when I punched him.
With
No.
your 3 damage?
No, no, you did not.
Have you? I'm sure you've seen it in a movie or something where the kid being bullied or whatever swings as hard as he can, and the guy just looks down at him like, "Really?"
That's pretty accurate.
So while I'm picking
No,
the
I got
rocks
the perfect analogy. Have you seen Superman Returns?
Yes.
You remember the
Yeah.
scene where the guy runs up behind him and hits him in the back of the head with the crowbar? He just kind
Yeah.
of turns around and looks at him and goes, "Really?" They just shoot him with a heavy machine gun, and he's like, gets hit in the back of the head with a crowbar.
Crowbar.
I was like-
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the response you got when you punched him for the 3 points.
So while I'm picking rock next to Belfi, I reach over and I pat her on the back, and I say, "It's okay, and we'll get out of here." And while I'm patting her on the back, I hand her the ring with my other hand.
All right. You have a ring.
All right.
And this ring is a special ring. It does require attunement, so whenever you have a break, you can kind of spend some time on it and figure out what kind of ring it actually is. But it's a pretty one. You saw how pretty it was, right?
Looks like a little piece of amber in there or something. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Got some runes around the outside edge.
And then I also communicate to everyone else to sit tight, helps on the way. Don't do anything stupid. Rock.
Now we say it. Okay.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Now you tell me.
You get the most sarcastic response from me.
Rockwell mentioned that picking and destroying crystals is stupid.
Yes.
You couldn't have told me that 12 hours ago.
Coulda.
Well, they told you not to do anything stupid or you'd lose your head, and then immediately you did something stupid.
Yeah.
This is fast.
Rock is still on the lookout for ruby dust. He's trying to accrue enough ruby dust to be a material component.
All right.
Do you let? We
I
all
think
knew
I
that
just
from
don't know
before.
already.
Then.
Well,
Yeah.
you saw him rubbing the hell out of Corporal Punishment's horns earlier with ruby dust.
Yeah, that's probably where I got a pretty good supply of it. It doesn't take a lot of ruby dust to add up to $1,500.
All right, I'll keep an eye out for ruby dust as well.
Okay.
But I'm not putting it anywhere he's gonna rub to get it. To go in my magical extra billowy cloth.
That you never got to make.
It's still a big outfit. I'll put it on the outfit.
12 hours.
Shake it out at his feet.
12 hours is up. And for some odd reason, we're going to put you two in here.
Yeah.
And our casters are being shuffled to the upper room.
Back to where I was to begin with.
Right. When the doors close, I'm gonna immediately look at the ring and put it on and start getting some idea what it does.
Okay. Well, you get the feel that it's got some magic in it, but standing where you're standing right now, you can't get a real good bead on what that magic is.
Yeah. Well,
So what kind of check do you want us to do to see if we can if our magic items are usable?
Give me a charisma check to see if you can actually tell what magic abilities this might have.
A charisma check for me or for
No,
Belfie?
For Belfie, she's the one that's wearing
Okay.
it.
earning all my advantages does not help that much at all.
All right. Usually it only takes a short rest to attune to an item.
Yeah.
But due to the suppression of the magic in the area, it's going to take you pretty much all night, your long rest.
Yeah.
Well, your however long they let you sleep this time.
Yeah.
But the ring is a ring of jumping.
Oh.
While wearing this ring, you can cast the jump spell from it as a bonus action at will, but can only target yourself with it.
Huh.
So you can thank Dragon Queen for giving you a ring of jumping.
Heck yeah.
How
That's
high
awesome.
can you jump?
Well, that still depends upon your abilities as a character.
What does the
Yeah,
jump
it's-
spell do? I mean.
3 times your distance movement.
Oh my gosh, that would be so great as a monk.
Well, ain't that a shame?
I need me a jump ring.
Okay, so you guys are in your room. Unfortunately, the only 2 NPCs that were living are in the same room with Corporal.
Mhm.
And, of course, they've got to deal with the young woman's headless body laying in there with them.
Is May I still strapped to the stalactite or mite?
Yes, he is.
Mhm.
Oh, he was left outside. Oh, cool.
Yep. And, also, there was no food given today. I take that back. There was 2 of you that actually continued to work. That was noticed.
I was working the whole time.
That noticeably was working.
Mhm.
So Surge, Belfie, and of course the other 2 NPCs all get a chunk of mushroom at the end of the day.
Wait,
Yeah, I would share with.
Well, I reach into my bag of holding and I pull out some rations.
Oh yeah, never mind. I eat the rations. I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, Rock was working.
No, you were standing in a corner, cowering in a globe of darkness that came from somewhere.
So were the other 2
Oh,
humans,
yeah.
except they were just screaming about it.
Yeah, that was only for a few minutes. And for all they know, I was working in the darkness. What, do they expect me able to work swinging blindly?
Yes.
I got a deception check at 25. It
you,
looked innocent.
you get you a piece of mushroom as
I
well.
need food. All right.
You need food. The funny thing is, the one person who actually likes mushrooms has not gotten any.
Oh man.
So yeah, I pull out some rations out of my bag of holding and I eat them and share them with
And
Belfie.
give me a charisma check on your end.
Charisma, come on, let me use something else.
Nope.
Can he borrow my charisma check? Ooh, good roll.
All right. So over in that corner, sometimes you grab stuff out of your bag, sometimes you don't.
Okay.
It kind of fluctuates because of the nature of what's going on.
Can I help him do that? Because he has. No.
No, it's just it's the items, whether or not the item's working in the zone. Just
You
like
wanna
with your
help me
ring.
Get stuff out of my bag.
There's 2 bags, right?
I have like 5.
As you're goofing off with this bag, we'll say about 5 hours into what's supposed to be your rest time, you hear a commotion.
I put the bags back on.
Did you get the crossbow and the rapier?
I did. I did. I give Belfie her armaments.
Surge and Ducks are the only ones that hear it because of their high passive perceptions.
Do I hear anything going on out here? Or see anything?
Actually, for some odd reason, you can't because there's something on your head.
Oh.
It says, I mean, you can barely see movement because you have obviously got a cloth bag over your head.
Before they put the cloth bag on my head, did I see any additional anti-magic runes in this general area?
No. And this guy here, like I said, as everybody's taken inside, this guy here puts the bag on your head. Actually, no, he doesn't because he's not the one doing so. The big guy, the one you like so much, he walks over.
Ooh.
And he will put a bag on your head. And then he will start pouring.
Are you being waterboarded?
He'll start pouring water on top from the top of the bag above your head.
If only I could cast water breathing on you.
Mm.
Then it wouldn't matter at all. It's just like, oh, this is so miserable. Whoa.
So he's pouring water on top of my head.
He's pouring it on top of your head, so it'll start soaking the bag that's on your head.
Okay, I'll just keep my head down so it doesn't get in my mouth.
Oh yeah, I figured you would.
Yeah. While I'm also there, I'm going to see if this works. One of my invocations is animate dead once a day. So I was going to just see if that happens. If I can animate the skull.
Decapitated head. It's not just a skull yet.
Yeah.
Us. Don't do anything. Help is on the way. You. I'm gonna animate some dead real quick.
All right, so as he gets the bag good and soaked, you do feel the tip of a blade under your chin.
Okay.
As you're getting ready to do your thing, I need a charisma check from you to see if it works.
Okay. Charisma check. No.
You're like trying and trying. You're like, but it's almost, you just can't seem to get it connecting. Now, you do feel pressure increase on that tip of that blade underneath your neck. More like he's trying to push your head up with that blade. That or you just going to let him skewer you through the skull. I mean, it's your call.
I'll raise my head up a little.
Okay. Now, of course, the cloth is on your mouth.
Okay.
And he'll pour more water on it.
And then I'll push in the blade a little bit into.
And you can feel the blood start trickling down your throat.
Okay.
After a few moments of this, the only thing you hear is the blade clatter to the ground.
Oh, okay.
Now do shit.
And you can't tell for certain, but give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay. 1.
Yep. I heard you click it. Okay. Now, easily, you hear the sound of, it would only be crossbow bolts flying through the air.
Okay.
And through the mask, you can catch some sort of combat going on, but it's so quiet and that it doesn't make a whole lot of noise, but enough that you being there out there with them, you can actually hear it.
Do our passives pick that up?
Yes, the passive. That's what I'm saying. Your passives pick up the same thing.
Are you gonna mention it, Dux?
I tell Belfie to be ready, and I mentally communicate
I
with.
start lockpicking the door.
And I let Rock
And
know.
I also
there's
mentally
something fighting
communicate
down there.
to Corporal and wake her up with my thoughts to tell her to get ready too.
But yeah, I'm letting you know, Rock, that it sounds like something's going down out there, but I don't know what. I think they might be Skewer and May I. That's the only thing that comes to mind. I mean, firing squad at this point.
Rock will continue to relax against the wall. He's got some food in his belly. He just wants to digest it.
Oh, I'm gonna try to take on werebear form.
Okay, give me a charisma check.
And that was my last advantage.
Was it now?
Oh, was I
Yes.
able to become a bear?
No, you were unable to become a bear. It's
Um,
still.
Okay, I'll come over here and try again.
All right, so after a while, after you're trying and trying and trying to become your werebear form, you hear the sound stop. The noise outside stops.
Approximately how long?
Was I able to pick the lock?
Probably no longer than 10 rounds.
Well, the lock would have been picked well before that.
About a minute, 60 seconds.
About a
Mhm.
minute. So give me a moment before you do your lockpick check.
Mhm.
All right, so all right, come back to here. Go ahead and give me your lockpick.
All right. And that is sleight of hand, correct?
Yes, it is. Actually, these tools.
Unless you've built a thieves tool, you would use sleight of hand.
Well, she has a thief. The actual picks
Yeah,
themselves.
no, I stole, or
No, I know, but I'm saying, did you build a thieves tool skill?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
Then your sleight of hand and thieves tool should be the same if you're proficient, unless you have
Right.
expertise in your thieves tools.
I have expertise in my sleight of hand, not my thieves tools. So
So your thieves tool will just be a proficiency check for dexterity.
Okay.
A proficient dexterity check.
right. So +2, or whatever. No, more than that because proficiency is more than that now. So
Our proficiency is a +5 right now.
yeah.
So 28.
A bunch.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, you hear all this. He tells about all this commotion going on outside, and you go and click, and you're able to unlock it, no problem. You get the door open.
Okay.
So did I
Okay.
distract them long enough for you?
I would try and be stealthily, open the door crack, and
The first thing you see when you open the door. Well, hold on before you do, and I will show you what the first thing is you see when you open the door. Since now I can actually remove these without any problem.
Shutting the door.
right. That's a lot of dead bodies.
Yep, and you see Drow standing near Brother May I, just kind of like lined up in rows. Every one of them wearing extravagant looking chainmail outfits. They've all got their faces covered. And leaning against one of the mining carts off to the side is a fellow dressed in what looks like a leather type robe almost. I mean, he's got a
Looks
staff.
like the guy that had that black sword, right?
Nope. I mean, the miniature currently does. But
Oh.
this is what the guy actually looks like.
Oh.
Okay.
You might want to let your friends out.
You have a key.
Why, yes. It's on the dead big man's body, right there in front of your friend on the rock.
I just
I'll take the key.
this lock here.
I'll go.
Does he
and
have his
open this
whip?
one. And I'll grab the whip as I grab the key.
So I just picked this one before he can get the key.
Yep. So,
Just like, oh, I see you got the key.
and
Fuck
yeah,
off.
like I said, as you can tell, they're all dark elves.
Okay. So I grabbed this dude's poison whip. when I got the key,
Okay.
Yeah.
and I let these guys out.
All right. The door gets opened up for Sarge and Surge. Like I
Opening up.
said,
I
as
give
you step
them-
outside, you see a cadre of dark elves on one side standing near Mai, who's still chained to the rock, and the rather extravagant-looking fellow leaning against the mining cart.
So I see dead Dro and living Dro.
Oh yeah, you see the dead priestess, the two dead bodyguards. You see the other dead guards laying around, as well as the big guy who liked whipping people.
So we
Okay.
missed.
Gonna-
Where's
Go
the mind
away.
flare?
Oh, the moment trouble started to hit, he decided to leave.
Who are
I'm
you?
gonna
Who's
jump
that?
up and break the runes.
Do you
Oh,
work
yes,
with
I am
gifts?
so sorry. That's how rude of me. I am Shadrick Dagar at your service.
Are you the contact with Gis?
I'm sorry. What was the question, my dear?
Are you the contact with? Oh gosh, is it Gis? GIS? I don't know how you pronounced it, but I wrote it down.
Oh, are you referring to
The
Is that a
guild.
guild master?
Hmm.
Umbra Vendandi is the name that was mentioned to Dux.
yes?
No, this is somebody in town.
You're referring to the
The Thieves Guild
Thieves
Master.
Guild
Yes.
Master. Yeah,
Yes.
her and I go way back. Yes.
Right. Would you be who she was talking about when she said that she had a contact with your complexion?
I don't
Don't be
know.
coy. You know what I speak of.
What exactly do you mean by complexion, my dear?
You are a dark elf. Do not. I mean, this is obvious. I hold no ill will against dark elves, but she mentioned that she had a contact, and are you with her?
I think it's more that she's with me.
Seems fair, given
Or
that.
we're associates.
Did they make it?
With our assistance, they did, yes.
That is good.
Not to interrupt, as much as good as it's doing my back, it's starting to hurt the shoulder.
I think you could leave him there for a little bit, let him think.
Let him ponder on and reflect on his mistakes.
I
I am so sorry. I was told you were into that kind of thing. He snaps his fingers, and the chains come away from your wrist.
okay.
You might want to remove the rag from your head as well. It's going to be hard to breathe in that thing.
So, Dux, where's our stuff? I see that you put on a little bit of weight.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. So I take off. I
Oh,
take the bag of
yes.
holders off.
One more thing. Gentlemen, if you would. And, of course, the drow, they're over there. They pull out these weird-looking, and it's not hand crossbows. Brother Mai would, I know Surge would recognize it. I think Brother Mai has actually seen one as well. Well, actually, all of you have, except for Belfi.
I showed them mine,
Yes.
what I had.
Whoa, whoa,
They
whoa, whoa.
look like
Exactly. My 6-shooter.
yes. They look like a version of it, and they literally open fire on the stones and the glyphs. Your equipment should be useful once again, as well as your other abilities. I am certain.
That's loud.
All right.
You greatly
Oh,
You
since
get-
we're in a cave.
Yes, you kind of get used to it after a while.
Here's
I mean,
a-
we're just casting spells, and then here they go firing guns, and we're in a small cave. It's like, fuck.
All right, I'm gonna go into the storage room and get the rest of our gear.
You have no issue getting it. Matter of fact, there is now a torch going in there for you.
And I'll give the
I'll follow you
gear
to
to
go in
everyone
there.
else.
So you guys get all your own gear back, and everything else you find that's in there is just mundane stuff. You know,
What about that choker I found?
it's in. You kept it with you, right?
Yep.
All right. Do you show it to anybody? Ask anybody? I mean,
Well, is May I lucid?
Yeah.
I asked
I'm
May I
lucid.
if it's magical, if it has a near.
it does.
Okay. Need me to identify it?
It
Is that what you
has
said?
agony, purplish, I think, and it smells a little bit of rot.
That looks like a slave collar.
Give me an Arcana check.
All right.
I'll go up and assist you. because I can see with it, it has the same near. So my Arcana is probably not as good as yours.
I'll have a 0 bonus to my intelligence.
Oh, same.
So you guys actually
But I'm
give
You
me
helping
should have it at advantage. since
Wait,
it's
wait,
Oh, he
wait.
did. He
Gi-
rolled twice.
give me a history.
Oh.
Give me a history check. We'll do that.
Who, me?
Hey, you're older. I'll assist you on that,
Okay.
old man.
All right. So yes, with the history check, the two of you putting your heads together would realize that yeah, you've seen something similar to this before. Back at the Coliseum.
Hmm.
Now, what exactly it does, you have no clue, but you have seen it, and you are correct. It is a slave collar of sorts.
And it's magical, even though it's broken?
It's not magical anymore. I mean, well, the magic is
Oh.
not working because the lock on the back has been broken.
Okay.
While
Uh,
they're
hold on.
searching the stuff,
yeah, and Sergeant Rock, is it?
Yes, sir.
There's no need for such formalities.
Colonel Shadrack, I appreciate your rescue. We have a task to continue on. We would like your assistance in helping us eliminate the lich and the
Well,
experiment.
that is why I'm here.
Oh, that's good.
See
We could always use more help.
the lass that's on the ground over there, the priestess, of course. They brought you here because they work for him. Apparently, you're a thorn in his side.
We're trying to be.
Is that guy's black sword? Is it special at all?
Because there's a black sword. Where is the 19-year-old girl's head?
In front of me. It's right where you're standing.
Yep,
I'll reach down, pick it up,
and grab your.
chunky.
and put it in my bag of colding.
Do we want to?
I can't do it today. What was that,
Okay,
Mayor?
so you asking about the sword?
Yeah, and I have the whip too.
Yeah, you got that nasty fucking
Just
whip.
messaging you about that, going, I wonder what that whip does.
All right. So as far as the whip is concerned, let me find it. Here is the whip.
If I could have become an earth element of sorts, it would have just been a normal whip.
Now, mind you, it's not a +5. It's just
That's +5 to hit.
that was what their hit plus was to hit you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So mine
yes.
actually would be better than that.
What's
It's
its
a dex
what
weapon,
was
right?
the
It's a finesse
person's
weapon.
dexterity?
Their dex was a 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 plus 3.
Yeah, plus
So-
your proficiency modifier. So that's you're gonna be dex plus your proficiency modifier. So yeah,
Yeah.
you should probably be better.
Yep. So you're calling that just a +1, or not a plus at all, just
no,
a whip?
It's just a regular whip that
Yeah,
has
yeah.
poison on it.
Yeah,
5d6
whip with poison. I
poison.
didn't mean +1. I
But
just
the
looked at the
poison
+5
stays
and
permanently.
Well, what
I guess.
you'll notice that as he looks this whip over, it has several different. What's the friggin' phrase?
Two.
It's like a cat of nine tails.
It's but it's only like 3. It's 3 ends, and each one of them's like tied real tight little knots in it. And you'll notice inside where the knots are is a place that the poison's like oozing out of. So it's a way of like putting the poison in it in those knots, so when it hits, it causes the damage.
So I'm gonna go and search the guy's body again and see if he has any poison vials on him.
You find. Well, give me an investigation check so I can tell you what you find.
I will do that.
I'll assist you.
No offense, but can Belfie assist?
All right, if Belfie wants to assist,
Yeah.
I'll go over to the priestess.
I
You
mean,
know,
it's the
because
same
either
advantage.
way, it's just going to give you advantage.
It was
Yeah.
a joke.
I mean,
No,
if you
It's
want
all
to
right.
do it,
It's
that's
all right.
fine.
You've already made the comment. You've already upset Curtis for the day.
Yeah, no, go fuck yourself.
You find four. You find 4 vials of this poison, and it's
How much
And it's the
typically
5d6 poison.
no. Yes, 5d6 poison. It's really potent stuff. I mean, you can check it if you want to and see
I
exactly
was
how
gonna
good it is.
say,
I mean, you're a poisoner.
I'm good. I'm good.
You don't. You don't. Looking
I,
at it.
I actually have my poison kit now, so I can actually test
I was
it.
gonna say
without
I
having
have
to
a
use my
poison
tongue.
kit now too, but
All right, so yes, I can help you as much as I possibly can, but I must stay in the shadows. This little excursion might raise an eyebrow, but I can always pass it off. I was never here.
You were here.
No,
And you take
I was never here. You guys did this all on your own.
what information do you have that might be of assistance to where to find this lich?
Yeah, where did we find the paper with all the information in our desk drawer?
Oh, you don't know much about Drow Priestess, do you, son?
No. As I step on her body and roll her over to search her body.
And we'll get to that in a second. They don't
Yeah.
tend to keep notes lying around for you to find, but I will tell you, you'll follow this track, it'll take you to the Underdark. He'll hand you a map. This is the map to follow to find your way out of the Underdark.
That's a very important piece of information.
Yes, because you are approximately, I would say, how would you surface dwellers call it? 5 miles below ground?
That's a little ways, yeah.
Mind you, the path I gave you will allow you to reach the surface in at least 3.
3 miles or 3 days.
3 days.
Hmm.
Sorry, I could not help you any more than that. There'll be some climbing and some rough terrain, but you look like capable enough folks to make it.
So if you're not going to join us, can you escort civilians out?
Yes, we'll make sure the civilians get out, but also, on that map, you'll notice once you've reached the surface, and you'll point at a spot on it, you'll find something interesting at that location. I believe it's what you were looking for to begin with.
The children?
Yes.
The lich.
Okay.
The younglings, as some call them.
Are the
Well-
Simic hybrids with them?
Whatever ones are left, that is, because they are being experimented on.
And at that, I just see red. Just my vision goes red. Like, mm-mm.
If we want to wait, I can prepare some spells that might get us out of here a little quicker. If we want to finish that rest we were taking, like 3 more hours.
Well, there are beds inside the building there, and some soft chairs if you'd rather sleep there than on the straw. I can tell you, you have a day here before anybody comes to search as far as reporting is concerned.
Do I find the barrette in my things?
You find all your stuff, anything you had
Okay.
prior.
I'm gonna make sure that that's affixed.
Oh. Yes. Okay.
We're going to leave the tracking on it, though.
Oh, the tracking.
There when one might need to be found.
Yes, that is
Do you
I
know who
can
sent
try
it?
and dispel it if you want.
you. I would appreciate it if you didn't.
Do you know who sent it?
Well, I know who was given to, and I know who gave it to them.
Care to elaborate?
It was a gift from me to one of the lovely lasses I dealt with about 200 years ago.
Where? Where did you encounter her?
Oh, I encountered her with some business I was doing down in and of course I forgot the names of all my map cities.
Oh, over
but then you
there,
said the
you
name.
know.
I wouldn't know it anyway, to be fair.
Yeah, but I've already looked at the map, and you guys have already been told about this certain location. So let me go back to it and bring it up. There it is.
Oh, my no crap.
Yes.
So many.
Yes, I was doing business at one point in time in the city of Netherfear in Costeria, and I became quite enamored with the woman. and that was a gift from me to her, and allowed me to keep tabs on her whenever she needed me. All she had to do was call my name, and I was there. Granted, that part of the magic was something different. The location part of the magic was all me.
So if she says your name, you'll show up.
Well, if she was still alive, if she said my name, then yes, I would show up.
Oh, I
Now,
was talking
mind
about
you, if, well, Belfi, I don't think you have the same abilities that your. How would we put this? I can't say ancestor because you're the ancestor.
Oh, that's true, but it's a family member. I reckon if Miss Stickblade wanted to get your help, she'd probably be able to use the same feature, right?
Unfortunately, I don't have the magical capabilities that some in my family did.
Precisely, but I'm sure somebody in this group does.
And there are those among us who are gifted, yes.
So I will tell you this. If at any point in time that you do require my services, and it's feasible for me to be able to do so, yes, call upon me, and I will see if I can send myself or somebody else to assist you in whatever matter it is.
That's greatly appreciated. I am assuming we get out of this in one piece. I
Well,
would
you've
love to hear some stories.
Oh, yes, over a nice bottle of wine.
Or two.
S-
Pulls
that's-
out a
that's it.
flask. Couple.
So, I tell you what. If you're ever in Netherfear, there's a tavern nearby. Give me a second, and I'll get the information brought up. You know, because sometimes things happen. The name of the tavern is called the Crossed Boot. Now, mind you, it's ran by a rather an ordinary-looking human male. Mind you, he's not what he cracked up to be. His name is Norman Branson. Tell him Shad sent you. And he'll show you the door. The door that leads to the Undercity. And we'll have ourselves a nice drink at the tavern down there. I pretty much run the Undercity. Well, not really, but in my mind I do.
Out of character, can you spell that city name? Because I am butchering it all to heck.
Netherfir.
Yeah, I added L's and D's in there somewhere. I don't know.
Netherfear.
And that's in the country of
Costeria. Causteria. It is a port city.
the main port city.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
it's the
Dux
big-
would know it because apparently his father told him, had all sorts of stories when he was the Crimson Dragon or whatever it was of that place.
Yeah, Dad used to be a big shot.
Well, I shall do that, assuming that we find our way out of here in one piece.
Do you say that out loud?
No, I think it's myself.
Oh, what a shame.
My father was very specific that he never wanted me to affiliate myself with him.
Good to know.
Yes, I had a good friend there once that helped me create the Undercity. Sadly, he passed away some years ago.
So I mentally connect, or I mentally reach out to his mind.
And you find you
I can-
can't.
See, that's what I was gonna say because I'm introduced.
No.
I'm just like, "Oh, yeah."
No, you go and it's almost like his mind's not even there.
That's not weird at all.
His
He-
brain gone.
It's almost like he's got some sort of magic protections from any kind of mind.
Probably has a ring.
Yeah, check his
Possibly.
brain here for things.
Right.
So,
And does anybody
Thieves'
cast
Cant.
detect magic?
Sure.
Yeah. Several of his people as well as himself are completely glowing.
Okay.
in Thieves' Cant, I'm going to sign and my father's name to Shad.
Well, he will sign back at you next time you see him. Tell him Shad says hi.
I know thieves can't. Oh, sorry, what?
Yes, you do.
That's why I made sure that it was cryptic.
It's a name. I'm gonna tuck it away. I won't say anything about it, but
You don't.
Which
know.
actually at this point in time means nothing to Belfie. She's just,
Yeah,
why are we
you're-
why are we secretly passing around a name? I mean,
well, I mean, I would probably something private.
so mind you, the way should be mostly clear, but sometimes the Underdark dwellers tend to slither on out. So you might run into some issues on the way out, but you won't run into any more, my brethren.
Why are you helping us this way? Not that I'm not severely grateful for it, but it
But-
seems a little almost mundane for what you're able to do with your capabilities.
Well, somebody's got to have a hobby.
I
Are
see.
you at all concerned about this lich destroying the whole world?
Well, yes, I am. That's also another reason why I'm assisting you. I figure you have already been on this man's trail for a while, and I think you have a personal connection with him there, Sarge, from my understanding.
Well, not anymore. He's on.
He's doing experiments on children, and that's all on anybody.
Oh, that's right. You've had experience with the gentleman as well.
It's the same.
From my understanding and from the information I've garnered over the last couple months since he's returned, apparently he was I think the phrase they used, a military leader who was in control of a scientific lab that experimented on us.
Everybody.
He was in charge of some place up in the mountains and had a hand in why the calamity happened. But all those histories are vague at most and no way of corroborating them. Even the keepers don't go back that far. Oh,
Do you?
the keepers.
No, we don't.
You are keepers, are you not?
I am. I'm not sure about him. X, maybe.
Let's call him
Then I will. He seems to turn very somber and leans forward. Then you have my condolences for your loss. And we'll end right there.
Mine or his loss?
What? It's only 10:30. This is early.
So, ladies and gentlemen, to find out exactly what kind of loss we're referring to, join us next week at 7 o'clock, Sunday, of course, to find out. Don't forget, tomorrow night we have our Curse of Strahd campaign that Rod will be running for us. And if everything works out right, I would love for our usual Friday night game, which we're still kind of up in the air about trying to get the scheduling fixed due to, real life happening, should be this Tuesday. So check back with us on Tuesday, 7 o'clock, to play some of Ronnie's campaign.
Yep.
And sometime in the future, we will be working on turning our Wednesday game that we play as a stream.
Is everybody good to go for the 20th December?
I
should
have
be.
nothing going on the 20th.
Is it the 20th or
20th.
Okay.
Today's the 13th. Next game is the 20th.
Yeah.
I should be
'cause the-
fine. I mean, I'm going to do some Torg. Well, we'll discuss that in a second off camera. But as far as that's concerned, don't forget. Well, I think the Kickstarter's done, so might as well give a little recap on how that went, shouldn't we?
They met and exceeded their goal real quick.
Unfortunately, we did not reach the final stretch goal. We were short that final stretch goal by $1,000, well, less than $1,000.
It happens, man.
But
Close.
with 414 backers, we made, or not we, of course, but GUI Cubes Kickstarter was able to pull in $134,180.
Wow.
So
Nice.
definite cheese there to work with to continue to bring some great quality D&D stuff. I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you, some of the stuff they're popping out through that GUI Cube, I think, given the right chance,
Could explode.
would throw like Wizards of the Coast out the friggin' door. I'm just saying. They got some good stuff in there. Some good people working together on that. Now, mind you, Wizards of the Coast is definitely does the D&D. I don't know what's going on with that company, but there's more to it. Anyway, if you haven't had a chance to check out any of the GUI Cube, even though the Kickstarter's done, please go to the website and check them out. Also, give to the kids for that Extra Life campaign. And I think that's pretty much it as far as anything's concerned, announcements or otherwise. So, the same way I end every time. We are all in this adventure called life together. So please, follow the golden rule. Treat those around you the way you would like to be treated yourself. And with that, have a good week.